watch it right now.
I've had enough hurt in the past 10 minutes.
I've hit go live. We are now live.
It's fine. They can enjoy me cleaning up my tears.
You guys vamp for me while I send the stream tweet.
That was enough vamp. People are going to want to know why I'm crying now.
They are.
Is this the song 8, Tending to Others? Yeah, this plays.
I will say, though, that that first OP... Raise your flag, no cockney. That's such a good song.
We're a really cool show about Gundams.
That's such a cool show.
Nothing sad happens at all. We're just Gundams.
And then they just shove a knife down your throat.
I love how, like, nobody's gonna know why we're talking about IBO at the start of the stream.
It's fine. Go watch Iron Blooded Orphans, all of you.
Really good.
Wait until after the podcast, but when the podcast's over, go start watching Iron Blooded Orphans. You won't
screw the podcast. Go watch it.
Do you remember the first ending theme? Orphans, Namida.
That one's really good.
It's really, really good. All right, I have everything up. We are ready to rock. Chat is on screen only once, the way it's supposed to be. So,
did you want to test just to make sure?
Oh no, I can see it. It's there where it's supposed to be.
That's tricky, New Japan.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Full Spectrum Podcast. My name is Trey.
I'm Andrew, and I'm not happy with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
And I'm Patrick. I'm not crying, you are.
Andrew, why aren't you happy with New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Because I'm going to cancel my subscription to New Japan Pro Wrestling World because I haven't really used it, and I don't want to be charged I think it's $10 a month. So I'm going to cancel it. And even though the site is in English, on this page, everything is in Japanese. So I had to use Google Translate to figure out what I needed to click on to unsubscribe.
That's really funny.
That's what y'all are doing, and I don't appreciate it.
I believe you said, I see what y'all are doing, and I don't appreciate it. But
yeah,
you were
it lagged
so
really
robotic.
hard, so it was, I see what y'all are doing. I don't appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what's going on with the computer, man. The past couple months, I get these weird lag spikes. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's no fun at all.
What is using all of my CPU? Oh, wow, Discord is?
Yeah, Discord's eating up RAM lately. I don't know what's going on.
You might have to like close Discord and reopen it in the middle of the podcast, unfortunately.
Screw it.
Living on the edge.
All right, so now that we know what's going on with Japan World Pro Wrestling, words.
New Japan.
Let me start over. Who wants to go first on weeks? Andrew, how's your week been?
It's always me, baby. I'm always first. Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah.
Have I talked about it? I don't remember.
No, you haven't been here the last 2 weeks.
All right. Luigi's Mansion 3. Seems fun. Haven't played it much. My wife has been monopolizing the Switch. She played Luigi's Mansion 3, and now she's playing Pokemon Sword, which I own but haven't played.
Real quick.
I like how you're saying it loud enough that she could potentially hear it.
No, she's not here right now.
Real quick, your camera's lagging again. Turn it off and back on again in Discord. Go ahead.
Yeah, I should probably move to see if
yeah,
it works.
that's better. That's better.
Which is fine. I had another friend ask me, well, why haven't you played Pokemon Sword yet if you own it? And I was like, well, Courtney's been playing it. And he's like, well, you can play it when she's not playing it. But my thing is, she doesn't play very many games.
Yeah.
So when she has a game that she cares about, I just let her play it. I don't try to interrupt that at all.
That's fair.
Like every morning, like this morning, I came downstairs and there she is, watching TV and playing Pokemon Sword.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
Relax with her Which, have you got Rillaboom yet, Pat?
No.
That's the final form of Grookey.
No, I haven't gotten him yet.
Just get him already. I want you to see him.
I want to see him really badly too.
I was really hoping he'd already seen him as well.
God, he's so cool.
Sure.
I will talk about it in my week, but
Sure, he is cool.
I don't really like any of the 3 final forms this time.
He's the only one I do like.
I don't know that I like any of the starters past their first form this time.
so I've seen Sobble's second form. What was it? What is it?
I can't remember the name.
Dribble or
No, it's like
Droplet?
I remember the name of the final form, but it's like Drizzle something.
Drizzle, yeah, it's Drizzle.
Drizzile, that's it.
So I've seen the second form, and it just looks like an emo lizard.
I think that's what they're going for because like the there's a character arc in his evolutions, and I don't dislike that. I just don't super like the final evolution either.
Gotcha. Well, I'm loving Grookey and his second form, Thwacky, which is pretty dope. I wish I had my Switch with me. I accidentally left it at my girlfriend's place, so I'd show you who I have. But, what is his name? Choodle? I always forget.
Choodle?
Yeah. So Choodle's second form is it
Dreadnought?
Dreadnought. Dreadnought's awesome.
Yeah, Dreadnought's pretty cool.
I've been like
Dreadnought.
Yes, so I've been like subbing out other Pokemon. I'm not trying to steal your week. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
I'll talk about it
It's
when you're
fine.
done.
I'll just go shoot myself.
No, please don't.
No, it's fine. We're talking about Pokemon.
I was gonna say don't make that joke on YouTube, but no, please do, so YouTube knows that we're not for kids.
That's true. No kitties allowed.
I hate that I still have to mark videos not for kids, even though I told YouTube the channel is not for children.
If you're not going to talk about it, then I'll continue my week. But I don't really care if you want to keep talking about it. It's fine with me. Dreadmaw looks cool.
Dreadnought does look cool.
Yeah. I've been like trying to sub out different Pokemon because Trey told me about how like if you just throw in a Pokemon that's low level into your group and don't use it because of how well the XP share works, they can catch up quickly and then you can actually start effectively using them.
Yeah.
So what I've done is like there's a couple Pokemon that I really want to see their forms, but I don't necessarily use them that much. So it's like, okay, well, I'll just once I get them to evolve, then
switch them back out.
Once they've reached their max evolutions, I'll swap them out for one that I still have that's single.
Yeah,
just go up that way. And I've seen a couple different evolutions because of that, which I'm really happy about. So
cool.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, I think so too.
I wouldn't know.
I beat it.
Death Stranding is also a game.
Yeah.
I play that game.
What do you think about playing it?
I love it, except for the fact that I'm only on chapter 3.
Yeah.
I quit playing it because of another game that the other 2 games I'm going to talk about.
Right.
But Death Stranding, I like playing it. I would like it a lot more if it was what the meme is, where it's just a delivery game.
Yeah, I think you're right.
If it's just a delivery game, I would like it a lot more.
A delivery game with a story that didn't have annoying interferences.
Yeah, when I'm on my motorcycle and hit the BTs, and they're just annoying. And the mules, I haven't had a problem with mules yet because I'm not very far.
The BTs are super annoying even when you're on a vehicle because if you run into one, they instantly stop the vehicle.
Yeah.
And since you can't see them, you might just run into one.
Yeah.
And so then you turn off your vehicle and you have to try and get away again and you run just out of the black ink and then you go back to your vehicle and drive it again.
See, Trey, if you're on a motorcycle, you get knocked off your motorcycle.
Yeah, if you're in a truck, you get thrown out of the truck too.
Oh, you do get thrown out? Okay.
Yeah.
And then the goop comes up and I slide down the hill and these buildings and stuff.
Oh no, you just gotta knock them off, and then you can just walk out of the circle and then go back to your beat.
Knock what off?
Like the hands that are coming to grab you, you just press square to knock them off.
Oh, so I didn't know that. So
yeah, because otherwise you gotta fight the BT, and it's super stupid. Also, quick little helpful hint: you actually don't have to fight it either. If you run out of its much larger circle, it just dies. I don't know why. It just dies when you leave the area.
Because of timefall, right?
That doesn't make any sense. They're immune to it.
No, but they have to stay in the zone.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't mean it leaves. I mean it dies.
This thing happened, you know?
Yeah.
It's like they're expecting you to stay and try to fight it, and once, like, I guess the game just wasn't written to be able to understand that you left the area.
I guess maybe it technically doesn't die, because if you kill one, it leaves a bunch of Caralium on the ground. Crystallized Caralium. But if it doesn't die, then why does it leave beach behind the way that the ones that you killed do? Because that's the only difference, is that the fossilized Caralium's not on the ground.
So just like despawns.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want boss fights in my delivery game.
Yeah, and there's more than a couple of them.
I've only had one, and I'm like, it was easy, but I was just like,
yeah.
I'm just a delivery guy. How am I killing these monsters?
So one of them is forced on you too,
weapons,
where you don't even get a choice. You have to do that. Like, you can't run away like you can with the others.
Oh, you can't run away with the other ones?
You can with most of them, but not with that one.
I mean, it was fine, and it was cool, I guess, but I just want to deliver stuff.
Yeah.
Like UPS Simulator.
Yeah.
Well, I might as well just buy American Truck Simulator.
I think, I'll talk about it more in my week. Where I'm at right now, I think the story is worth seeing if you already own the game, but I still don't know that it's worth buying.
I mean, there's been many comments about how people have said, even on our show, people have commented like maybe the game would have been better if it was just a movie.
Yeah. I do like delivering packages. I think that's fine. I think it would actually be a lot of fun if I didn't constantly get interrupted by BTs and mules. The mules are super annoying now because they just have guns now.
That's the thing. I love just walking from one point to another and delivering stuff.
Yeah.
I love that aspect of the game.
Yeah.
It's just other parts that bring it down.
There's so many weird, cool things, too. Like, if you try to sleep, there's a mountain area. It's in the original trailer with a lot of snow. If you try to sleep in that area, you die. Because you shouldn't sleep in the snow. Like,
you can sleep in the game?
Yeah, if you're standing still and hold circle, Sam will sit down and then you can sleep.
Oh.
It's how you recover your stamina. I think that the game as a whole, the gameplay parts of it, were it not for the mules and BTs, I think I would be having a lot of fun with it. There is still a lot of garbage in there. Mission structure that doesn't make a lot of sense. The game expecting you to find NPCs when they don't tell you where they are on the map. Moments where you have to carry something up a large area, but the thing you're carrying is heavier than your carrying capacity can hold, and so your stamina is constantly draining while you're trying to carry that thing up. To the point where your stamina is like this large, and you keep having to stop to rest so that you can try to climb up. It's really dumb. But that said, I do still really like the story, and I like delivering packages, especially where I'm at right now, where I can just really quickly get around the map. I think it's a lot of fun. But
it just kind of sucks that it sounds like the game suffers from what they were really shooting after.
Yeah, I think were it not for the fact that you can't kill the mules and get rid of them permanently, I think it would be okay. The BTs are a constant annoyance. You can kill as many BTs as you want. They're just going to keep popping up as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
And that's a huge shame because they're super annoying. But the mules, like, early on, they give you access to some tools that make them pretty easy to take down. And the only thing is you can't kill them, because if you do, it'll trigger a void out. So you just kind of knock them out and then leave. And then when you come back through, they're all there again. Well, knock them out again through their area. The annoying thing is, like, you have to be careful when driving. I almost hit one while driving, and I'm pretty sure if I hit him, I would have killed him. I was going pretty fast. So it's more like...
You can go real fast.
Oh, yeah. It's more like there are areas of the game where they make you stop having fun. Like, that's what it feels like.
Yeah. It's like, now, Sam really enjoys delivering stuff, but sometimes he has obstacles.
Yeah.
That he has to get through, and it's a bad time.
Yeah.
And we're going to make you feel that bad time.
But the obstacles could have just been the environment.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been a much better game for that. I think if the BTs had been relegated to forced boss fights that you had in certain chapters, and then you had to fight the mules like once to get some equipment back from them, and that was the only time, I think it would have been actually really interesting, and it would have made the world seem more like, man, there's this weird group of like weird people over there, and you know, these BTs are super secretive, and instead it's just like, BTs again. I'll kill them.
And what sucks, and I'm not part, for those who have played the game will know what I'm talking about, but I'm not in the same area I was in, but I got that first bike.
Yeah.
And then I had that first experience, so I reloaded. And then when I hit the timefall, right?
Yeah, timefall.
I hit the timefall. I parked the bike and snuck through, and then later on, I got a message that said that it was destroyed.
Yeah, because of the timefall.
Because I parked it in the timefall.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this game can go screw itself.
So, timefall is stupid in a lot of ways. It comes with the BTs. It can also just come on its own. You can build shelters to sit under to pass time so that it leaves. Sometimes it works.
If you've unlocked it.
Yeah, if you've unlocked it. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it just tells you the timefall hasn't left. And it's like, oh. Okay. But if you find... This is where it gets real dumb. If you find a cave on the map and you walk into the cave, immediately turn around and come back out, the timefall will stop.
Awesome. I like that.
And it's like... Why? Why does the cave do what the shelter should be doing? I don't know if the game registers that you are no longer, like, the timefall can't hit you at all anymore, so it needs to leave. I don't know, but, like, anytime it's timefall and I see a cave, I just, whoop. I think the vehicle controls are really wonky. I think they're a problem. Yeah. There's one specific time where because the mules are annoying and they have like pitch perfect accuracy with their throws, I keep driving my truck into this gorge anytime I try to go through that area because I'm getting close to the gorge. I'm like, okay, I just need to make sure I don't drive into it. I need to drive right alongside it, and I'll get hit by a stun rod from a mule and I'll be thrown out of my vehicle and the vehicle will keep going into the gorge. And so then I'll climb down, after I take out the mules, I'll climb down and then have to drive it out. I drove it out through a section that it couldn't fit through. Like, it hit it and couldn't go through, and I just kept jamming the X button to make it jump until it finally went over it. And I was like, that's not supposed to work. So, yeah, it's enjoyable, but it's not... I wouldn't recommend picking it up, personally, right? Maybe the story will... I really like where the story's going. Maybe it'll pull me back around. But
I like where I'm at in the story a lot, and I want to know more. But there's too much other stuff
yeah,
that I want to play. Like, the last game I'll talk about is consuming me right now. But before I talk about that game, let's talk about Modern Warfare.
Woo! We still need to play.
Last time I talked about it, I hated that game. But now I gotta say I love the multiplayer. Now that I've unlocked some more attachments and I've learned the maps. Well, by learn the maps, I mean I've learned Shoot House because
Yeah.
all I'm playing is Shoot House 24/7 playlist. So I know the map like I got to the I know I just can flip around and just bam shoot somebody.
Yeah.
Um,
We need
and
to
then
play together, Andrew.
I know. Well, I gotta get a. Well, with you, I could do Discord probably, but I don't know where my headset is for the PS4.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'd have to I'd probably have to get headphones plugged in
So
or
if
do
you
it through my
plug,
phone.
if you play, yeah, I would say if I plug it in the controller, mine doesn't work. It
Yeah.
sounds like I'm talking through a McDonald's speaker. That's what I've been told. But
Would you like fries
my
with that?
loadout, yeah, my loadout though is the M4A1, and then I actually am using what is it, Overload or something, where you can wield another primary.
Overkill, yep.
And I overkill, yeah, and I have this awesome shotgun that is so. When I unlocked the shotgun, I knew I was gonna because I had died by it so many times.
The double barrel.
Yeah. Yes.
So you're
You just
using
pop.
so you're using both of the broken guns.
Is that really it?
So the M4 is broken because it's like all around just a better gun than all the other guns.
Yeah.
And that shotgun, they've nerfed it twice. And it
Yeah.
still is
It
just
still is
well,
awesome.
So you used to be able to stand so you know in it's called Shoot House, right?
Yeah.
You know if you spawn and where you're behind that wall and there's the rock, I mean the car on the right side, and if you go over to that car, you'll see the other cars in the middle.
Yeah.
And so if you go over there and you were to stand in that little doorway and someone were to stand on the other side and that doorway and you shot with that shotgun like vanilla Modern Warfare, you would kill them in one shot as if they were standing right in front of you.
Beautiful.
It was broken. Like it was absolutely broken. And
That's
then
amazing.
they fixed it, except if you had the buckshot perk, the buckshot attachment, it made it worse because it was like double the distance. So you could literally just one shot people for it was like a sniper.
Yeah,
but it was a
I think
shotgun.
I'm using buckshot. I think I'm using the buckshot.
So it's a good gun. I mean, it works, and like that's one thing about Call of Duty that I like is that even if you use a broken gun, like you can still get beat. It's just that you don't really get beat that as often if you're using those guns.
Yeah.
But the M4 is the gun I use too because it's just a well-rounded gun, so it's worth using. That shotgun, man, I can't use that shotgun. I'm so bad with that gun.
It was the one gun that when I was so mad at the multiplayer, it was because of that gun, because I would die and somebody would literally just like pop, pop and kill two people.
Yeah.
And so I was hell bent on whenever I unlock that gun, I'm gonna use it because that gun pisses me off. And it's really easy to use if you're able to like Shoot House. I know the map, so I know how to line up shots like around corners and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing for that. Or if like I know somebody's building, just running over that and just pop up, and they will die. I mean,
Yeah. See, I was the guns that I use right now are the MP5, the M4, and um the Uzi, which the Uzi's terrible, but your mobility is so fast
yeah.
that if you know what you're doing, you can kill them before they can see you. So you
Maybe I
have
need to try some other stuff then. I didn't realize I was using both the broken guns.
I mean, that's okay. Like, who cares? It's fun.
I'm having fun.
Yeah, that's what matters.
I'm getting kills. But maybe on the Shoot House maybe on the Shoot House map 24/7 playlist, I'll use something else since I already know the map well enough.
Mm-hmm.
Just try something else out.
If you like SMGs, the MP5's pretty good. That's what I use.
I was going pretty heavy in the multiplayer last week.
Have you played the career yet? I mean, the not the career, the campaign.
So that's what I was going to talk about. campaign. I played a couple levels, and I hate it.
No,
I hate the campaign so
you need to
far.
keep
Okay.
playing it. I promise you.
When I play Call of Duty campaign, I want a linear, very structured movie, basically.
Okay.
And there's missions where there's different ways to handle stuff, or it tells you, "Hey, go do this," and you just kind of have to figure it out. And I don't want that at Call of Duty. It's good in other games, but in Call of Duty, I want just like keep going, push you to bid the next big.
You
set
want popcorn
piece.
food.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
what?
so I could see why people would say it's good, like would like that about it, but it's just I don't like that about it.
I found I haven't found the same thing, so I'm not sure if maybe I just missed something. But like I felt like everything that I had to do in that game was pretty much like they were just telling me to do it, and I went and did it. Now, like, granted, there was like for example, like there was one level where you can do things out of order technically because there's not really an order. It gives you like multiple objectives, and you have to do all of them. So if that's what you're talking about, then I guess I can understand that because like I if I could go back, I would have rather had been like one building at a time instead of like you get four buildings and you have to take out everything in the four buildings.
I'm
But
talking about an early mission where you have to take out two helicopters. Like you have to plant explosives on two helicopters.
oh yeah, that mission. Okay.
And
I,
then if you have to pull your gun out some people, but if you accidentally have your gun out and somebody sees you from way too far away, then you fail the mission at the same time. And it's really annoying.
so I
And
didn't.
there's too much downtime in that mission, and not just that mission, but other missions. There's too much downtime of like, I want to just shoot shit. It's Call of Duty. Let me shoot stuff. Push me to the next set piece where I can shoot more
You're
stuff.
saying it's too much Gears and not enough Call of Duty.
Yes,
I will tell you, it ramps up.
but the mission in London was
Yeah,
great.
I loved that mission where you
That
meet
was
Kyle.
Yes, that was awesome. But I mean, I do find it hard, and maybe I'm just old now, but I find it hard to see people in some of the maps because in the London mission,
It's dark. You're in Piccadilly.
It's dark, and it makes perfect sense. I get it, but the bad guys look like exactly like the civilians.
Yeah, I killed so many civilians by accident in
So
that mission.
yeah, if you shoot a civilian, and immediately mission failed. And I understand it because that's what they would want if they're terrorists. They don't want you to be able to pinpoint them.
You're out of sync again.
No! My computer is having problems. I'm just going to turn my camera on.
No, please continue. You're good now. You're good now.
But yeah. And I haven't gone back to the campaign because the multiplayer was so much fun. So I was like, why waste my time doing something that I don't find as fun?
Maybe if you
watch
it.
it.
if you don't play it, I recommend you at least watch it because, in my opinion, this is the best Call of Duty campaign I've ever played.
That's a big statement for a franchise that has Modern Warfare 2.
In my opinion, it is the best Call of Duty.
You're
campaign.
telling me that this game has a better ending than Modern Warfare 2, where you have to throw the dagger?
In my opinion.
I want to. I'm gonna finish it.
I don't believe it.
I'm gonna finish it because I know it's only like 6 hours or so.
I don't believe it.
Or whatever.
I think that once you get past like the mission that you're on, you get a little bit farther, you'll see that it really ramps up because that's like one of the only missions besides the one I'm talking about where there's like a few different ways you can do it and you kind of have to figure it out. The rest of them are all really linear, but man, this story is something special. I'm telling you.
I don't believe it. There's no way it's better than that moment.
You don't know, Trey. You
See,
don't have the game.
I'm kind of nervous now that I told you that because I feel like instead of going into it just trying to have fun, you're gonna go into it trying to like
I'm gonna go into it expecting it to be better than the end of Modern Warfare 2.
Well, no, I feel like you're gonna go.
He's like, that's not as good as Modern Warfare.
Yeah, he's gonna just like he's gonna gatekeep it.
I Oh.
But man, I got a long week this week. Cause
Well, it has
I've been
been a
gone
couple
for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I have a new game that I don't think I'm good at, but I'm obsessed with.
I've heard a lot of good things about this game.
Dota Underlords. You've heard a lot about that game.
No, you didn't fill out your week correctly, so I thought you were talking about Jedi Fallen
I
Order.
know. I know. Whoa! What? Don't spoil it. Dota Underlords.
I didn't doom it,
Chess
Artaka.
game.
I gave it the only chance it'll get for Trey to play it.
No, I was already gonna get it when it goes on sale this week for Thanksgiving.
But now you feel like you're gonna feel like you need
So,
to play it before.
behind the scenes, like almost every day, Pat has gone, "Hey, did you get Modern Warfare yet?" And I'm like, "No, it hasn't gone on. It's not Thanksgiving yet."
I've only asked twice. Okay.
No, it's been more than that.
I will get it when it goes on sale for Thanksgiving.
It hasn't been that often.
Anyway, please continue, Andrew. We need to get done with your week.
Yeah, Dota Underlords.
We
Auto
just have
chess.
the rest of a podcast.
In the Shadow Realm.
Auto chess. I don't know why I like it so much. It's fun. I'm bad at it, and I'm intimidated by it. But it's also on my phone and my iPad. So
Wait,
there are
auto chess?
times,
Yeah, it's like
Dota
it's
Dota
the.
Underlords.
Remember we talked about the new genre of games that had come out in the form of the auto chess style.
Yeah. I thought about downloading this, but now that you said it's fun, I'm probably gonna download.
Andrew, is it as good as the finale to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 where you get to throw the knife?
It's not as good. It's 10 times better.
I don't believe you.
The rush you get. See, playing on your phone is not the ideal way to play it. I will tell you that right now.
Well, dang it! Now I'm gonna install it.
That's gonna be my new
Play it on
metric.
your
Is
computer.
is
Play
it
on
as
your
good as the end of
computer,
Modern
or
Warfare
if you have
2?
a tablet, like a big tablet, play it on that.
Oh, I have a tablet.
Well, I have a. Well, how big is the screen? Is it the S6?
No, it's a Tab A, but it's like one of the original Tab A's that they made like
okay.
super large.
Okay. I have the 12.9-inch iPad, so it's definitely big enough. So it's probably like a 10-inch or something.
I'll still play it on my phone and see how it goes.
Oh, that's a terrible way to learn. But bot matches are your friend.
Yeah, I
And
played
I
League of
still
Legends.
play
Trust
bot
me, I
matches.
know.
Yeah,
I know how
still
that
play
works.
bot matches. Yeah. Oh yeah, you know all about it.
Yeah.
That's really all about the Underlords. I've put in like 5 hours in the past couple.
Wait,
days.
is that an actual redacted or did he type redacted? Because if you typed redacted, that's hilarious.
Well, you're a mod, sir, so you could check.
I can't tell. I think he typed it. That's funny. I just want you to know, Artaka, that's really funny if you typed it. Sorry,
If you didn't
continue.
type it, you're an idiot.
Yeah, he typed it. Yep, that's funny. I like it.
The last game that has been taking up all my time since Wednesday,
Yeah.
for the most part, Fallen Order, Star Wars Fallen Order.
Is it good?
Yes.
Yeah, Respawn did it again, boys.
I need,
Made
to
an
buy,
amazing game.
I need to buy this game.
I'm gonna probably pick it up when it goes on sale this week too.
It probably won't go on sale.
It's going to.
I was so nervous about this game.
It's worth buying it not on sale.
Really?
Yes.
I'll pick it up before the year's over.
It's like Dark Souls and
I knew that's what you were gonna say. I knew that was what you were gonna say.
I knew it. I was waiting for it. I was watching.
Artaga just caught up to. He was baiting it out. What's it like?
Okay. Real quick, I'm gonna ask my question that I ask every time that y'all tell me about playing a new game. If you had to stop right now with however much playtime you've had, try to fit it into your top 10, would it break your top 10?
Right now?
Right now.
Yeah.
For real? Would it break your top 10?
Yes.
Do you even have a top 10 yet, Andrew?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Judgment and 9 other games.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's
One
what I
of
thought.
those being Fallen Order.
I've thought of a top 10, but Fallen Order is definitely on there. And I know after completing it, unless it really just takes a nosedive, which from what I've read, it doesn't.
That's all I've heard too. 2 members of the Free Company have been telling me I have to pick it up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pick this game up then.
It does, but in all honesty, borrow some stuff from Souls and from like Metroidvanias.
That's what I've heard.
With some platforming and stuff. It's the mashup of 2 amazing things. With the Souls like more grounded, difficult combat mixed with platforming and exploration and revisiting planets after you unlock certain tools and force abilities and stuff.
This might be an interesting question. Do you think that this could spark Respawn making a lot more of EA's games, like full time?
I hope. I don't know about a lot more of their games, but I think what happened with Star Wars is EA was like, "Man, we're not doing anything with Star Wars besides releasing Battlefront, and people don't like those games."
Yeah.
So, and we want a story-focused game. So I guess let's give it to a different studio. And then they knocked it out of the park. So I could see Respawn at the very least doing more Star Wars single-player games. I would like one where you're a bounty hunter, to where you don't always have to be a Jedi.
Yeah.
That would be interesting, honestly.
You mean like that canceled Boba Fett game they were making that would have been amazing?
Yeah, maybe they revive it. The game is canon, by the way.
Be nice.
The game is canon.
Really?
Yes.
This game is canon. So this story has happened in this world, and some stuff is tied in.
Oh,
I have to stop myself every time something new comes out that's canon. Because there's a part of me that goes like, why does this get to be canon, but the books don't get to be canon anymore? And it's like, no, Trey, calm down.
The new books get to be canon.
Yeah, the new books. Did you see, by the way, this is a complete derail, and I'll make it short. Did you see that Kathleen Kennedy, the woman over Star Wars for Disney, came out and said that it's harder for them to make these movies and games and books and cartoon series because they don't have source material to fall back on. They don't have works that they could fall back on that would let them have easy stories to adapt.
That's weird because Kylo Ren is a combination of like 3 different characters.
Yeah, and like they have them, and they just decided none of that's canon anymore, so they don't have any of that to fall back on.
And they don't have to fall. Well, the problem is there's too much in those books that they wouldn't be able to do anything. They didn't really do anything.
I just want Talon Karrde to be canon again.
Wait for it. His name will be something different.
I love Talon Karrde so much.
But yeah, I love this game, and the great thing about it is because like I said, the combat has that it's not as weighty as Souls, because Souls has its very own distinctive feel.
Yeah, it would feel weird if a Star Wars game was like super heavy.
Yeah, because you're jumping around and using your lightsaber and stuff. But one of the good things about it
train time
is you can change the difficulty on the fly.
That's cool.
So I was on the second to hardest difficulty because it said that if you wanted a more challenging experience, but I found myself caring enough about the story that I lowered it.
Yeah.
And it's still difficult. I'm not the one right above story mode or what I think. Yeah, it's called story mode.
Yeah.
Where it's the easiest difficulty. On the one right above that, and it's not super difficult, but you still have to just like in a Souls type game, you have to think about your action.
Yeah.
You can't
You just mash.
go in there and mash attack. But if the game gets too hard for me, I'll just switch it to story mode.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm at that
I'm at
point
the
where
point
if
with
I
this
pick it
game
up,
that
I
care
might
enough about the story.
run it story mode just to beat it.
Yeah, I care enough about the story that I want to experience it.
I knew what you were trying to say though, babe. Yeah, crunch time has not been kind so far.
Well, yeah, and like I said before, I don't know if I said when we were recording or not, but I'm buying Dragon Quest Builders 2 this week.
Yeah.
So I've just added. I told myself this week Fallen Order and the Outer Worlds, and now I'm buying another game. So
hey, if you get the Outer Worlds at least taken care of, that's one I can mark off on my books.
yeah. But yeah, I recommend. I'll wrap it up because I know it's been going on forever. Buy Fallen Order, especially if you're a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
You should. There should be no question about it. But it's just a great game all around.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
And I'm not. I put in a decent amount of time into it, and I'm only on the 3rd planet. I don't know how many there are.
I don't know. I've been told it's actually really short, which is a good thing for me,
really?
honestly.
I would appreciate that. I mean,
yeah, pull up how long to beat. While you do that, should we move on to Pat's Week since we're almost an hour into the podcast?
We are not almost an hour into
yeah,
the podcast.
it's 7:54 right now.
People say if you mainline the story, it's around 15 hours.
Oh, that's really doable, actually.
Yeah. And I see myself mainlining the story and then coming back
Yeah.
to do some extra stuff. All right. Yeah, buy that game. Okay, Pat, what's up?
So I'm playing Pokemon Shield.
Yeah, who's your team?
That's nice. Trey, what's up?
It's hard for me to remember because I forgot my Switch at my girlfriend's place.
You got a Dreadnought.
I have Dreadnought. I have Thwacky.
Yep.
I have what is the coal Pokemon?
Colossal or Carcol?
Yes, Carcoal.
Carcoal.
I have that one. I evolved it from its original form, which I can't remember what it was called. I have.
First one was Roly Coly.
Yes.
Roly
I have
Areoli.
I have Yampy's evolved form now.
Yamper,
Yampy
Bolton.
evolved. Yes, amazing.
Hold on. Phone call. I'm still gonna listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who else do I have? Dreadnought, Bolton, Thwacky, Carcoal. Who's my last? Oh,
there's 2 more slots.
2 more. Sorry. Pancham or Puncham.
Okay,
however you say it.
Pancham, yeah.
Yeah, Pancham, and he still hasn't evolved for some reason.
It's a late evolution.
That's what I figured.
It's worth it.
The moment that I get his evolution and battle with him for a little bit, depending on how his evolution is, I may just swap him out and see another evolution.
Yeah.
And okay, so what's that bird Pokemon?
Which bird Pokemon?
Yeah, and there's
Rookidee.
Yes, but it's evolution.
Corvisquire.
Corvisquire. Yep. So that's my team. I feel like I'm doing a lot better than I do in normal, or not normal. I shouldn't say normal. Than older Pokemon games.
Okay.
Like when I go back and play the old Pokemon games, I still feel like I'm struggling. But right now, I don't feel like I'm struggling.
That's probably because the EXP share.
Yeah, that, and also even when you're not grinding, you're grinding.
Yes, because you get XP from catching Pokemon.
Yeah. So for example, Nessa, I like sprinted through Nessa.
Yeah.
Because I unintentionally had grinded so high that I just Nessa wasn't even a challenge.
Yeah. I think the EXP share is a good and a bad thing because of that. I wish I could turn it off, but I do think that by the time I finished the game this last week, I think it was worth it.
Gotcha. Who's the fire gym
Kabu.
leader? Kabu. So Kabu's cool. He's from the Hoenn region, which
Yeah.
I found out through lore. That's super cool. He's a very interesting gym leader, in my opinion.
It's also why he has a torque hole. Because he's from Hoenn, which is where that's the premier fire type.
Which is super cool. So I just beat him, and now I'm on my way to the next gym. But I stopped to run around in the wild area again.
Yeah.
And I caught my first Gigantamax. Isn't that what it's called? Or Gigamax? What is it called?
Gigantamax.
Yeah. It is Gigantamax. Okay. I went and so I was like kind of scared to go into one of the caves with the Gigantamax Pokemon at first because I was like,
so
I
you
don't know
fought
if my Pokemon
a
can handle
raid
this.
battle against a Dynamax Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't sure how going into a cave with a Dynamax Pokemon would go, so I was like, I'm gonna wait until after I've gotten my Pokemon leveled up some more and then see how it goes. I realize now that I probably could have gotten a Dynamax, like caught one of those Dynamax Pokemon earlier.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I waited because I got to like run around and look at the different Dynamax like potential options, and then just went in there and caught them pretty quickly.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things that I want to talk about.
Okay.
But I feel like it would spoil it for people, so I'm going to talk about it off stream.
We can wait one more week to discuss it too if you want. Give people one more week.
Yeah, I was going to say the next week after I've spent more time with it, I'll talk about it. And I want to talk to you about it off stream just to kind of see what your opinion is before I dive into it some more. But there's an aspect of the game that's very interesting in the wild area, the Watts.
Yes.
So I'll talk more about that next week, probably.
There's a lot you can do with those Watts too.
Yeah, so that's one thing I want to talk to you about. But like, I feel like it would take too long. We'll just talk about it off stream, and then talk about it next week.
Yeah, next week I think for sure you'll be far enough that we can talk about some actual like character stuff as well.
Yeah.
That this week I can't really talk about any of the characters for fear of spoiling stuff for you. So
that's understandable. I'm still playing MLB The Show 19. Real quick, I got into like a rut in the middle of the season, and I'm starting the back half of the season now, and I have a third baseman, and he's playing for the Orioles, which is not a sorry if you're a fan of the Orioles, but they're not a very good team.
No.
And so, but I'm the MVP candidate in the AL right now because I'm leading the AL in RBIs and home runs, and I'm in like top 10 for my batting average, which means that I have a chance of getting like the triple crown. So I'm hoping that I can continue to have a hot streak now. But this last game that I played right before I started playing Call of Duty with my little brother earlier, I hit 3 home runs back to back to back in the same game, and I was probably like 20 feet from hitting the fourth one. But it was just a double instead.
Nice.
But yeah, I get so hype or so frustrated with this game because like I'll have like a rough patch, and like I understand like the game's trying to simulate how like you can't be perfect all the time, so there's gonna be times where you just go into a rut. But gosh dang it, if I move my cursor over that ball and I swing on time, I should hit a home run. It makes me so mad because like I'll have games where I just like pop everything up, and it's just like, don't do this to me. I want to be perfect. Why can't I be perfect?
That's how Yakuza works.
It's so frustrating.
Play baseball.
So frustrating.
Hit the home run every time.
It's so frustrating.
Well, unless you're bad, then you don't hit it every time.
Yeah, I'm bad.
So I'm also bad.
Every time. But that game's really good. I'm really glad I picked it up free. I would have paid full price for it, and part of me wishes I had been playing it this whole time because you know what game I'm not playing anymore, or still haven't been playing, NBA 2K20. That game's garbage. I've been playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which that game is really good. I've been playing it with my little brother, and I've had a lot more time on my hands since I quit my job. Everybody, that was awesome.
Yep.
I'm going to talk about it here in a second, but I've been playing Call of Duty with my little brother a lot. I've gotten a lot higher rank, so I have a lot more access to a lot more stuff. One thing I don't necessarily like is that the only way that you get camos is if you also level up your guns.
The
The good
Titanfall
thing
approach.
is, well, the good thing is you're still achieving those goals for the camos,
Yeah.
even if you don't know what they are.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if you want to get a gold gun, like for example, you have to level up the gun all the way and then earn it.
You gotta earn it, baby.
So it's fine. It's just kind of like a little nitpicky. I just would much rather have the camos early.
I knew what you meant, man. You're good. You were talking about him leaving NBA behind this year.
Wait, what did he say?
Van said he has seen the light, talking about you leaving NBA 2K20 behind.
No, trust me. When it comes out next year, I'm gonna pre-order it and be suckered into it again.
Ugh.
So
Hey,
I quit my.
At least you know it.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I quit my job, and I'm gonna talk about it real briefly.
Okay.
And I'm so glad that I did.
Just
I
a
feel
reminder,
so much.
you should not give any people's names.
I refuse. I'm not
Okay,
gonna say
I'm
any
just
names.
reminding you because the last time you quit a job, you did say a name.
It's fine.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So normally, whenever you quit a job, you go talk to like your GM, right?
Yeah.
And you're just like, hey, it's time for me to move on or whatever. Well, I'm driving up there. I had just gotten a job working at my new job, which I start on Friday. And I'm like heading over there and I'm like, man, wouldn't it be hilarious if neither of the managers are there and it's just the supervisor? And I pull up and guess who's not there? Neither one of the managers.
That's a bad
So
day for that soup.
Yeah, so I walk in with the keys to the store, and I walk in, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And I was like, "Hey, can we go talk in the office real quick? Like, everything okay?" And I was like, "Let's go talk in the office real quick."
Oh, that's a bad day for that soup.
Yeah.
I
We're
have been
halfway-
that soup. That's a bad day.
We're halfway down the hall, and they're like, "Wait a minute, are you quitting?" And I was just like, "Do you want to go talk in the office?" And they're like, "No, Patrick, no." So we sit down and I'm like, hey, so this is just not working out for me. Like, I got a job offer I can't refuse, blah, blah, blah. The same malarkey that you always say. And they're like, well, since I'm not a manager, I guess you need to like put it in writing or something.
Yeah.
So I wrote down like effective immediately. I quit, here's the keys, blah, blah, blah. And I was walking out and I was telling like I still want to be your friend, like you're a really cool person. Like, so if you ever need any help with like computer work or anything, just let me know. And they were actually really cool about it. They're like, totally, like I'll keep your number, my phone, and I'll let you know. And I was like, oh yeah, by the way, good luck on Black Friday. And they were like, oh no. And I just like walked out.
They're not going to be busy on Black Friday.
So supposedly they are. Supposedly, like the past 3 years, they've been like ridiculously busy on Black Friday, and it's because like
got out when you did.
yeah. So, well, the thing is that people obviously their first thoughts go to Walmart. Well, the place that I work at, the deals for like computers
Worked.
are a lot. I worked at, yeah. They're a lot better than they are at Walmart. So when people show up thinking like, oh, I'll just get something from here because I don't want to go to Walmart, they realize the prices are a lot better and they end up buying a ton of stuff.
So wait, hold on.
So,
Are all three of us now free of Black Friday?
yeah.
That's a good
I
feeling.
have been free
I
of
know.
Good
Black
feeling.
Friday for years.
This is my first full year free. Last year
This
I
is
had
my
one
first year
shift,
free.
and this is Pat's first year. That's a good
So-
feeling, man.
So for
Part
those,
of me kind of misses it.
no. So for those of you
No.
that don't know, because of Black Friday, I have not been home on Thanksgiving in the past almost 4 years.
Yeah.
And it's been heartbreaking because there's only 2 times a year where even the family that don't like each other will all sit in the same place and smile and laugh and enjoy time together. And for the first time in 4 years, I'm going to get to go home, and I don't know how to control myself. Like I get emotional and I'm just like super excited.
I'm
And
excited
like
for you too,
this
buddy.
is Yeah, my girlfriend's gonna go with me. So this is the first Thanksgiving that I'll have with her as well. Because every Thanksgiving we've had to be apart because she'll be at home. Last Thanksgiving I did get to go with her to Dallas, but that wasn't Thanksgiving with my family. It was Thanksgiving with a little bit of my soon-to-be family and her family.
Well,
So
like,
it was.
I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I don't want
You're fine.
anybody to think the idea of like, well, you could just call in for Thanksgiving so you could be with your family. Because like, how dare you choose your job over your family? No, see, if you call in on Black Friday, you get fired.
Yeah.
That's how retail works. They work you the hours they want to work you, and you just take it because that's how you get your paycheck.
Yeah. So it's like there's a bliss that I feel right now, like an all-time high, because I know that tomorrow I'm gonna be making the 4-hour trip to go see my family, and I'll actually get to spend more than one day with them.
Yeah.
Because normally my trip is 4 hours there, spend time with them for a few hours, and then drive 4 hours back.
Yeah.
And instead, I actually get to go see everyone, and that's like I can't even explain how excited I am.
Hmm.
So quitting my job has been the most stress relieving and happy thing that I've done in the past like 2 years. And when I mean to tell you that I walked out of there clicking my heels and smiling, knowing that I never have to step foot in that building again is something special.
I'm excited
So,
for you, man.
here's to quitting your job, everybody.
You never will because there's nothing to buy there.
You're right. I don't understand why people go in there and buy anything other than desk chairs,
Or paper, I guess, maybe.
paper. But that even then, the paper is more expensive. You could just go to like Costco and get
Yeah,
paper for
sure.
a lot cheaper.
All right. Well, full of pride for you, my friend. I suppose we should start my week.
Yes.
I finished Pokemon Sword. Oh no! Why no?
You
I hit
accidentally deleted the whole
backspace like
thing.
4 times and it went.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fine, I'll
So-
fix it again.
How is
Uh,
Pokemon Sword?
It broke my top 10. Having set on the ending for a little bit, it has broke my top 10.
Did
it
it
is
break
taken-
top 5?
No, it has taken the number 10 slot.
Ooh.
Where does Kingdom Hearts 3 rank?
Kingdom Hearts 3 is not on my top 10.
Oh, baby.
Oh man.
Do you know what
Yeah.
Pokemon kicked off?
What was it?
The Link's Awakening remake.
Wow.
Ah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I really like Pokemon Sword. I think it definitely has some problems. I wish it had more time in the oven. I wish all the Pokemon were in it. I wish that some of those towns were a little bigger. I wish that some of those routes were a little bit bigger. I wish there were some more of the old school like caves and stuff in there. But at the same time, I absolutely love the new Pokemon. Phalanx has become my second favorite Pokemon. I think Dragonite is still number 1 for me, but like Phalanx has become my number 2 favorite Pokemon of all time. I adore the Pokemon. I really like the cities. I love the music. I love just about everything about the game other than the issues that I have with it, which are not having all the Pokemon. Some of the textures are a little rough. Although, honestly, I found some bad textures in Death Stranding today, too, which stuck out way more to me. But, you know, hey, that's neither here nor there. But I do think the story is really solid. I wound up enjoying the rivals in this almost as much as I enjoy, like, Blue or Silver. I think the rivals are such a tough thing to land in Pokemon games because the last couple rivals have been just, we're your friends and we're here to help you. And it's like, all right, Hugh, I don't even need you here, so you can leave. Hal, get out of here. But Hop wound up being actually kind of a good rival. And then the other rival characters that are introduced are really good too. And I like the story a lot. I don't want to spoil too much. I was about to. I had to stop myself. Go
Can I
ahead.
comment real quick?
Yeah.
So I've been seeing a lot of stuff online of people saying that Hop is just garbage.
Yeah.
And I'm not that far into the game. I'm about 9.5 hours in. I love Hop.
So
I think Hop is a really cool character.
I think a lot of those complaints are coming from people that haven't finished the game yet, because Hop is a very different character by the end of it than he is in the middle. But at the same time, I get where they're coming from. Hop looks like Hal, and at the start he acts like Hal, and everybody hates Hal. Hal is terrible. But Hop has an arc. He has an actual character arc, which is more than you can say about Blue. And I love Blue, don't get me wrong. It's just like the idea that a rival has to be a jerk, I don't know where that comes from. Yeah. A rival can still be kind of friendly and still be your rival. And then the champion of this region, Leon?
Leon's cool.
He's been the champion for 10 years. Nobody's been able to beat him for 10 years. So when he walks around and is like, yeah, what's up? I'm the champion. And is like solving problems in the world, I'm like, yeah, that's what a champion would be like in a Pokemon game. Instead of just, hey, I'm waiting at the end of the Elite Four. How's it going?
Yeah.
So
he's super cool.
I love Leon, man.
And the fact that he has a Charizard and like that's his guy.
Yeah.
I mean, at least from what I can tell, I think that's super cool too, because he's using one of the first Pokemon, and it's just like,
I hate that he has a Charizard.
Would you rather him have a brand new Pokemon?
I want him to have a new Pokemon. I can't believe he has a Charizard.
No, I kind of like.
There's so many new Pokemon.
Charizard.
There's so many new Pokemon. Why does he have a Charizard? I know why he has a Charizard, because Charizard's the second most popular Pokemon of all time, following Pikachu. But I want him to have a new Pokemon. Come on.
What if it had like a Trubbish?
Is it a Mega Evolved Charizard?
No, Mega Evolution's not in the game. They removed it. Instead, his Charizard can Gigantamax, which is cool, but like, I want him to have. No, I don't want him to have a Trubbish pad. I want him to have a new Pokemon.
No, Trubbish is cool.
I like Trubbish. Don't get me wrong, but I want him to have a new Pokemon. Also,
I wish you would have had Pikachu.
I think if he'd had a Pikachu, I could have lived with that better than a Charizard, because at least then I would have been like, well, it's the most popular Pokemon. It's whatever, you know. But like, just the fact that he has a Charizard, and that's the only of the original 3 starters that's in the game because of that, is just like, that's kind of an insult. Like,
I wish, because you can get a Charizard in the game, right?
After you beat the game, yeah, in the post game, you can get a Charizard.
I want him to have a Pokemon that you can't get.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that would be really cool.
He has Mewtwo.
Also, controversial opinion, maybe, hot take, maybe. I don't think Charizard's the best of the fire starters anyway, the final forms. I think nobody puts enough respect on my boy Typhlosion. Cyndaquil's fully evolved form.
See, I don't know enough about Pokemon.
I can never remember what the Cyndaquil evolutions look like.
It's Cyndaquil, Quilava, Typhlosion. Anyway, so we're not stuck on that forever. The only other big complaint I have is the lack of dragon types. I know. I'm the dragon guy, right? And I knew when we heard all the Pokemon weren't going to be in there that a lot of the old dragons wouldn't be in there. But I wanted some more new dragons, and there's like 3. And that's cool. I have yet to catch any of them because I can't find them. So I didn't get to use them throughout the entire game, but I caught a Haxorus and I caught a Noivern, and I'm breeding them so that when I buy Shield, I can use Pokemon Home to start the game with a full dragon team. I just got to catch the rest of the dragon.
I was very much a Totodile person.
Totodile's pretty cool. Feraligatr rules. Also, hot take, Typhlosion's just Charizard, but without wings. Excuse me? And Echidna and a lizard are very different things, I'm talking.
Man. I mean, there's resemblances. You can't tell me
there's resemblances between Pikachu and Morpeko too, but they're not the same thing.
I'm just saying. I can't say Artak is completely off ship here.
So 2 more weird things. I'm not gonna say they're dumb. There's a lot of weird evolution requirements in this game. I won't say who, but one Pokemon requires you to take 49 damage and then walk underneath a pillar in the wild area. And then it will evolve. One Pokemon requires you to be holding a specific item and spin in place. and then it will evolve. A specific sword exclusive Pokemon requires you to get 3 critical hits in the same battle. And then it will evolve.
Wait, so how did you find that out?
I got sent a list after I beat the game. I had Pokemon that didn't evolve, and I couldn't figure out why. And I made a comment on somebody else's YouTube video and was like, I still can't figure out how these evolve. I think it was Hoops and Hip Hop on one of his videos, and I got sent a message that was like, "Hey, here's how you do it," and I was like, "Oh, I never would have figured that out."
So it's not something that gets told to you in story. You have to just figure it out. That's rough.
The other weird thing, and I love it, but it's super weird. Fossil Pokemon are different in this. Do you want to know, or do you want me to save that for next week?
I don't want to know.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen fossil Pokemon yet.
Well, you never find fossil Pokemon in the world. You always have to, except for in Gen 1. You always have to find the fossil and take it to a professor to get them.
No, I haven't found any fossils, so
Okay.
I would rather wait if that's okay.
Yeah, I'll talk about it next week.
But they're weird, so it's
They're
something I need to pay
definitely
attention
weird this time.
Okay, I'm gonna pay a lot of attention then.
I like them though. I really like all the Pokemon in this game. But after Pokemon, still been playing Death Stranding. I love the zone that I'm in right now. If not for BTs, this game would still be really, really good. Because of BTs, this game is just fine. And I hate that that's the way it is, but that's the way it is. I really like where the story's gone. Some weird stuff happening. The moment when I thought the game had broken its own rules has been explained. It's dumb why it didn't break its own rules, but it didn't break its own rules. And some crazy stuff has happened. I don't think Andrew wants me to spoil it, so I won't say what happened, but a character got revealed to be somebody, and I was like, what? Okay, sure, that makes sense. I told Pat earlier before you
call
Andrew.
Oh, man.
Do you want to know?
No.
Okay.
No. I unfortunately think that it would make you want to play the game more.
I think it would too.
No, because I want the surprise to mean something.
I will say though, that is only after I got the point where I almost rage quit and uninstalled the game. And I don't remember if I talked about it last week or not, but there's a moment, Andrew, where you are given a thing that is very definitely not a thing you want to carry with you, and the game makes you carry it with you. And Sam doesn't comment on it at all, and the game is just like, yeah, no, it's fine. And then all of a sudden the game's, whoa, what are you doing with that? What's going on there? And I'm like, come on, game. It was super obvious to me what that thing was. What do you mean? Why are you stopping me now when you could have stopped me before, when Sam would have been like, what? No, I'm not taking that. So just be aware that's real dumb, and it's gonna happen.
Sam didn't have enough monsters. He wasn't.
Apparently. Following that, because I don't want to spoil too much, still been working on Monster Hunter World. I almost rage quit Iceborne and uninstalled Iceborne.
Really?
Like, I'm at this point.
That made me not buy it. I almost bought it and said that.
Yeah, it's really bad. I'm at this point with Crunch where Crunch is not being kind, and it won't take much to make me not finish a game.
Yeah.
But there's a mission in Iceborne where you're being attacked by an Elder Dragon and you have to try and carry something. And if you get hit by that Elder Dragon while you're carrying it, you drop it. And you can't run with it, because if you run out of stamina, you drop it. And it breaks. You can't just pick it back up again. So you have to avoid the Elder Dragon while carrying it, and it was completely impossible for me solo. I went online, did it with another person, and beat it in, no joke, less than 2 minutes. It was the easiest thing in the world with a second person that could draw aggro. So if you do still pick up Iceborne, Andrew, let me know. I'll draw aggro for you in that. We'll clear it super easy, but it's real dumb that they don't at least give you an NPC or something to draw it. It was really annoying. Other than that, though, still loving Iceborne. It's still really fun. That just soured me on it quite a bit. But I'm looking forward to when I get to kill that Elder Dragon to make me feel better about it. And that's a thing in Monster Hunter, unfortunately. They're really bad with siege missions. I don't know why they keep putting them in the game, because they're really bad at them. I think the best one was probably Zora Magdaros, if you don't count Kulturoth. Kulturoth was really good, but that's because it was just a fight. But Zora Magdaros, I guess, was probably the best one. But even then, it's still like a guaranteed 20 minutes every time you do that mission. Because it's like you gotta shoot at Zora Magdaros until then you go on and break the stuff. And it's just, they shouldn't do siege missions. They're not fun. So stop doing them. And then I've still been working on Code Vein, trying to work my way through that. I thought I was at the end. Turns out I got past the halfway point.
Is that in your top 10?
Well, nothing that I haven't beat is in my top 10. If you were to pull a Pat and ask me right now if it would break my top 10, I don't think so.
Then why beat it, Trey?
It could, because the story's really pulling me in. And I really like the gameplay still. But I just don't know. The areas are very maze-like. And I don't know that I like that. Like, I spend far too long just running around areas trying to figure out where I'm going. Anything else? But I really like that world. I really like those characters. I'm looking forward to see where it goes. And the boss fights are pretty good. I did find out you can summon other players into your world, and it doesn't get rid of your AI companion. So then there's just 3 of you.
Nice. And they don't bring in their AI companion?
No, unfortunately not. So honestly, when I got to a boss that was really difficult, I summoned somebody in just to see if it would work, and we destroyed the boss, and I was like, okay, I'm on crunch time. I'm going to do this every time I die to a boss, basically, because I'm on crunch time. But I do still think it's really fun. I still love that it levels everything when you level up. When you spend your haze to level up, all your stats go up. So you're just getting better every time. It really makes it feel like you're not wasting any time. But, you know, it's weird. I feel like I've turned completely around on that game. And I feel like my top 10 is at this point where it's basically unbreakable. You know? But depending on how the story works out with Death Stranding, depending on how, if I get to even play Astral Chain some more before the end of the year, depending on how Fallen Order works.
I was hot on that game at first, and then I don't know why, I just dropped it.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I told you wrong. Pokemon Sword is currently at 9 on this list.
Ooh.
Number 10 is Remnant from the Ashes.
Oh, it's still on there.
Yeah. I still really liked it. It's got its problems, but I still really liked it. It's going to be tough for anything to beat out, like, Three Houses, Shadowbringers, DMC5, and Judgment, though. You know? But
The game is so good. I played it again the other day, just like messing around the world, and I was just like,
I want to do that
I
too
wish
for
I
the
could-
end of the year.
So, y'all... Oh, go ahead and say what you're going to say.
I was gonna say I wish I could go back and forget the way the story goes, so I can play it again.
So, Judgment sidebar, but y'all know, and Trey definitely knows how it is when I say I will go back. I will say all the time.
Yeah.
I said it earlier in this podcast with Fallen Order.
Yeah, just like
So
how
I
you
will
say you're going to go back and play Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying after I beat a game.
Oh, yeah.
I never said I was going to play Fire Emblem. I never said I was going to go back and play that.
You did 2 weeks ago, but okay.
No. I said I want to.
Pat said he would too, but you know.
But
I'm finishing Pokemon, all right? Chill out.
But that is a game that I have actually, since its release, multiple times gone. I'm playing a game on PS4. I said,
okay.
I sit there and I go, you know what? I want to play
Judgment. Yeah.
So I just go back and play more Judgment.
The game is really good.
It is. It's very good. Since we're talking crunch, I know we need to move on. What I'm crunching on right now is Death Stranding, Code Vein, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, Pokemon Sword in-game, Three Houses, one of the routes. I still have 2 more routes to go. And Control. And I'm probably going to wind up throwing Fallen Order into that list. So,
Please play Fallen Order.
and I'm probably not going to pick up Outer Worlds again. I'm sorry. It was cool. I liked what I played of it, but I don't think I'm gonna have time. I'm still hoping to get to go back to Astral Chain and Armored Core. Damn on Ex Machina.
Outer Worlds is still an RPG, so
yeah,
it's gonna take some time to go through it.
And that's not even counting going back to Ace Combat either.
Yep. Well, I played the VR Ace Combat.
Did you?
Boy.
Yeah. And I'm still trying to finish the post game of Super Robot Wars T that came with the expansion pack. So crunch is not being kind to me.
I thought we said we weren't going to crunch this.
Those are just the games I want to play. So to clarify, because we have changed the way I say we. Everybody else was already doing this, and it was the smart and healthy thing to do. I was being the stupid one and trying to finish everything. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm only playing the games I want to play, I would still have Fail Seal, Arbiter's Mark, Total War 3 Kingdoms, Katana Zero, Super Mario Maker 2, Wargroove, Jump Force for some reason, and Borderlands 3 on that list of games that I have to beat before the end of the year. Well, because I'm only playing the games I want to play, I cut all those off.
Where does Dragon Quest Builders 2 rank?
Oh, well, because I completed that game and loved it, it's my number 5.
It is your number 5.
Yes.
Because I hate to say it, but I'm probably going to put down Death Stranding and play Dragon Quest Builders 2.
I honestly don't think you need to beat Death Stranding. Where I'm at right now, I think that I may talk about it with story. I'm definitely going to bring it up in moments, but I don't think that it's going to be anywhere close to top of the list for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
King's got jokes.
Does he? It isn't caught up for me. So we should move on.
It's funny.
To the rest of the
Yeah. Where's it at?
Jump Force
Where's
review. You guys are so funny. You're so funny, King. We'll move on to the rest of the podcast. Half-Life Alyx was announced.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
We actually didn't have any reviews we had to talk about
What's
this week,
next?
which is nice. Just to clarify, are you guys at all excited for this?
No.
Don't care.
I'm not either. Let's move on.
Why make this when you could make a good game? Like, oh, I don't know, Left 4 Dead 3.
Well, hold on. This could be.
It could be a good
I
game.
But it's not the
It's
game
not.
that I want, so I'm gonna be a
Pat,
child.
that's the worst reason to hate it.
I admitted. I admitted I'm being a child. Okay. What else do you want from me?
Pat, you should want this to succeed then. Because if it
don't think
succeeds,
they're
it'll
gonna make
prove
Left
to
4 Dead 3
Valve
either
that
way.
no. But if it succeeds, it'll prove to Valve they should get back into making video games.
They made Dota Underlords.
If it succeeds, it'll prove to Valve they should make things that aren't just auto chess or more Dota.
They made. Nope, that's still Dota. Other than Artifact would flop hard.
Yep.
But it's also still Dota.
Yep. No, I have no excitement at all left for Half-Life in me.
No, who cares?
We talked about it last week,
would-
but Go ahead.
I would semi-care slightly if it was Half-Life 3.
yeah.
But I honestly still wouldn't care that much because it's been so long. It's kind of at this point, it's like I forgot about that game. I don't care anymore.
It's been too long. So from there, DMC3 is coming to the Switch. I put DMJC.
It better be 60 FPS, and I know it won't.
It
but
won't be. It won't be. It's coming to the
won't be,
Switch
and it's a
February
damn shame.
20th, 2020.
I'll probably rebuy it.
2/20, 2020.
Yes, buy that game, not on the Switch. One of the best.
Yeah,
games.
buy it on PS4 as part of the DMC collection. Honestly, PS4, Xbox One, PC. After that, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 got a release date.
Yay!
Very hyped for it. I'm excited. It's coming out March 27th.
I played. Was the second one or the third one with you?
Yes,
A little bit.
the third one. It's been a while since the last one came out. It's a good game. They're good Dynasty Wars games. And this one will have a bunch of new characters from the later chapters of the manga in it, too. Katakuri! So
The
very
manga?
excited. Yes, from the manga. From there, we have the RE3 remake has been leaked. You don't know for sure, but it seems pretty reputable.
It's common.
And the leak says next year.
It's common. I've never even played Resident Evil 3, so I don't know.
RE3 is pretty good. That's the one that has Nemesis in it.
Yeah, that's kind of why I don't want to play it.
Star. That's what Nemesis does.
And Nemesis follows you in the whole game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to get into the police station first, but after you enter the police station, he's there forever.
He has a rocket launcher.
Yeah, he sure
I
does.
just don't know if I can handle that.
He can knock cars out of the way, too. Nemesis is great. We want it like so bad than Bandai? Yeah, probably. Following that, there's not a lot of news this week. The big one will be when we get to the nominees for the Game Awards that we didn't get to cover last week because they only revealed one nominee.
That was dumb.
Why is it still deleting? I stopped hitting the key. Why is it still deleting? Why? Steam We Play Together launched.
This was cool because we tried it.
Yeah, it was in beta before. Now it's out. It's
pretty cool.
Really good, actually. You need controllers. That's the thing you definitely have to have because it shares inputs with the keyboard. So if somebody tries to use the keyboard, it doesn't work well. But as long as you have controllers, it seemed to work really well. We played Ultimate Chicken Horse with it, messing around with it, and it worked.
You also need to make sure that the game is like
Local
couch
multiplayer.
co-op.
Yeah,
Yeah,
local
it has to be
multiplayer.
couch.
But it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
For sure.
So give that a shot. It's a free Steam update. You don't have to download anything new for it. This was a weird one. Cyberpunk 2077 is having a multiplayer mode, as we already knew, which will have microtransactions.
Of course.
Don't...
So,
Go ahead.
hold on.
Yes.
As of like 3 hours ago,
Oh, there's been an update.
it's been revealed that was a language barrier issue,
Oh.
and that they haven't announced. They say they weren't going to
Right.
do it.
Okay.
So
There you go, then. That's what good reporting there, Andrew. I missed that. I was taking a nap earlier, so I could be awake for
yeah,
later. Yeah, that's great because everybody was confused about what they meant anyway. So I'm glad that it was just a mistranslation.
That's why there's confusion.
Value for money was the thing getting thrown around, and nobody understood what that meant. So that's good. So for the big thing we have, the Game Award nominees.
Yeah, I have the
Yeah,
docket
here we
pulled
go.
up so I can start updating it.
So just like last year,
Trey's favorite part.
you guys wanna take guesses as to what's gonna win?
Absolutely.
Well, I forgot about that. I forgot about this part.
Yep.
All right.
This gets fun, man.
Let's do it.
Chat, you guys can guess too. Just keep track of your own answers. I'm not gonna expect Pat to keep track of everybody in chat's answers.
Yeah, I'm just keeping track of ours.
But keep track of your own guesses. And we're going to move through these and each take our guesses as before. Once the page loads. I'm vamping so the page can load. Load for me, page. Load, load, load. Might be some lag. Well, the page loads.
Real quick, if you want, I can say the one that we've already done. That way Andrew can choose.
Yes, because there was
That was
one
from last
available
week?
last week.
So last week they announced that there's a category for favorite year of Game Awards.
Who gives
Yeah,
a shit?
yeah, I know. So the first option is 2014
Whoever
when
pays the
Dragon Age
most.
won.
Yes, that's correct.
Who cares?
The second is 2015 when Witcher 3 won. The third is 2016 when Overwatch won. The fourth is 2017 when Zelda Breath of the Wild won. And last year when God of War won. So which one do you think is going to win?
So we're saying favorite year.
This was the confusion we had too.
Yeah.
It's just the Game Awards.
Yeah,
Like,
like
yeah, it's dumb. Trust me.
It'd be different if the Game Awards was going on like 20 years strong.
yeah, I agree. And you had 20 years to pull from the best ones.
Yeah. So what do I think's gonna win? Who are the winners again?
The years 2014 was Dragon Age, 2015 Witcher 3, 2016 Overwatch,
Like the Oscars,
2017
but with
Zelda,
buttons.
and 2018 God of War.
Ooh.
Do you want to know what we guessed?
Yeah, what did y'all guess?
We both picked last year's God of War year.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I think if it's just game of the year, recency bias. If it's not, if they're talking about the entire show, then that had Ghost of Tsushima reveal, that had the Sekiro reveal, that had a bunch of big things that I think will probably take the day.
See, I was thinking Breath of the Wild.
That's a good year too, though. Honestly,
That's what your guess is going to be?
I was in between Breath of the Wild or God of War.
I didn't even consider this. Just Band's comment: who makes an award category where only their award show can win? Jeff Keighley.
King Jeff.
The video game Pope.
I'll do Breath of the Wild year. I'll do something different.
Okay.
Just to be different.
I also hate it.
Okay.
So I just want to preface this because this has been big discussion. I don't know what you guys' opinions are. There are people that think that Death Stranding should not be allowed to win any awards this year.
Yeah.
Because Jeff Keighley is in it.
I somewhat agree with
I somewhat agree with that as well. I personally think, like, don't hold it against Kojima, but Jeff Keighley should not be presenting the awards if he's in the game and it's nominated for it.
Yeah, he's literally in the game.
Yes. Like, it's not the team's fault that he's in there. It's expressly Kojima's fault that he's in there. But, like, I don't think that's really right. And when it does walk away with a lot of the awards I think it's going to win, there's going to be a lot of discussion about that afterwards. Pat, do you have any thoughts on that?
I agree. I don't think that it's fair because it's going to be biased, but it's voted on by the people, right? It's not voted
Well, it's voted on by the
no.
people and a set of judges.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's in the judging. I don't know that. Obviously, I don't see behind those doors.
I mean,
But
Yeah, we don't know.
but is he cutting the checks?
yes.
Okay, then. That's all I'm
Also, most of the judges are close personal friends.
saying. There you go.
Again, I'm not saying, like, Kyle Bossman's one of the people working on it. I don't know if he's a judge this year or not. He would not, that would not face him at all, right? I know that last year, Brad Shoemaker was one of the judges. It would not bother him at all. He would look past that, you know? I'm not even a huge fan of Brad Shoemaker, and I know he would look past that. But I don't know who the judges are this time.
Yeah, he has integrity.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind whenever you see Death Stranding come up.
Yeah, when it's nominated for all of these different categories.
Yeah. So
If you're wondering what
Go ahead.
I'm doing, I'm trying to quickly fill out my docket that I've made for us that has all these on it. So as we're going through it, it'll be quicker and easier for me.
that's fair.
But I'm paying attention, I promise.
No worries. So Game of the Year is the first category on here.
Mm-hmm.
The nominees are Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, yeah, go figure, right? Death Stranding. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and The Outer Worlds. No Judgment, no Fire Emblem, no Shadowbringers.
Well, yeah, I've said this before.
It's a popularity contest.
Game Awards always a lean in triple A direction.
Yeah.
So
I think, and I don't know if we want to take turns as who's going to go first. I think this is going to RE2.
Really?
Yes.
You don't think Death Stranding is going to get the bias?
I think Death Stranding has the recency bias, but I think RE2 has been out long enough and had enough updates. Plus, do you remember how the internet exploded with how good RE2 was at the start of the year?
Yeah.
I think people are going to go, no, people aren't going to vote for it because Death Stranding's new, and it's going to rebound back and have the opposite effect, where it's going to be the big popular choice.
So we have Resident Evil 2, Death Stranding, Control,
Sekiro,
Sekiro.
The Outer Worlds, and Smash.
Smash is not going to win.
No.
The Outer Worlds is not going to win.
Nope.
Control's not going to win.
No, realistically, it's between Sekiro, Resident Evil 2, and Death Stranding.
I don't even think Sekiro has a chance.
I don't think between those two it does either.
I feel like the longer it's been out, the more negative the general consensus has been.
That's fair. You're gonna go Death Stranding then?
It's either, for me, it's between Death Stranding and Resident Evil. That's what it's always
Do
been.
you think Jeff Keighley is going to give the game that he is in the Game of the Year award?
That's the problem I'm having. It boils down to
It's tough, right? Because the Jeff Keighley of the last few years has been a very different Jeff Keighley from the Jeff Keighley from when I was growing up, where he was the Dorito joke with Dorito and Monster. They are absolutely allergic to RPGs at the... True. What do you think? Pat, you have a thought?
Part of something is just pulling me to say Outer Worlds for some reason.
Okay.
No, it won't.
I don't think it will either, but it's your vote.
I don't know why I think that.
I don't want to say Death Stranding. I don't want to say it. I believe there has to be more integrity here.
Oh, King, there's a difference. Witcher 3 was so popular because it's a Western RPG. The Game Awards hates JRPGs. Most award shows here hate JRPG because they don't play them.
I'm gonna keep and be different than the two of y'all, and I'll say Death Stranding.
Okay.
Although I'm a bit towards RE2, but
so
I'll
what makes this game we do every year so fun to me is that it's not us voting for the game that we want to win. It's us voting for what we think will win. And so it always becomes like this 4D chess that we do. Okay, next category, Best Action Game. The nominees are Apex Legends, which is a shooter, but okay. Astral Chain.
Good action.
It's not. It should be character action style. But the Game Awards blend genre very often, and we've talked about this before. Should just not have genre or console exclusive awards, and should just award for specific stuff.
Well, they blend genres because they want certain games to win. Like,
that's correct.
I don't know, maybe possibly Apex Legends.
That's correct. Nominees are Apex Legends, Astral Chain, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, and Metro Exodus. Again, I'm just going to go for it unless we want to set up an order. I want Devil May Cry 5 to win this. It's going to Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
What about Apex Legends?
I think Apex has been out too long. Like you were talking about with RE2. I think Fortnite 2.0 came back out. It's the big thing.
I think that it's going to be DMC5.
I want it to be DMC5. I think it deserves it. And it might be mainstream enough that it wins it. But it's not going to be Metro. It's not going to be Gears. It's not going to be Astral Chain. Metro has the same problem that Outer Worlds has, where it's a really popular game. People love it, but it's not AAA. It's AA. you think, Andrew?
These names are so freaking long.
Part of me wants to say Apex.
Just abbreviate 'em.
They're gonna give it to Apex, but my gut keeps telling me DMC5.
I
even though
want
I don't
DMC5.
think they would give it to DMC5.
If these were actual awards, DMC5 would win.
I'm gonna reluctantly say DMC5 because I think that they may have added Apex to this category just to have it win.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
But
Okay. Next up is Best Action Adventure Game. Borderlands 3. Control. Death Stranding. Resident Evil 2. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
okay, hold on. Actually, gotta,
Okay. Borderlands 3.
that's not gonna win.
Nope. Control.
That might win.
Death Stranding.
Please don't do this.
They could swing it as an adventure. RE2 Remake. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. It's not going to win. And Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. And if you think anything other than Sekiro is winning this, you're insane. This is the award they put just for Sekiro.
I wonder if they give it to Resident Evil 2.
They could. Would you? I mean, I don't even consider that really an adventure game. I consider it survival horror. But
I don't either. But that's the problem with the genre award.
yeah, I'm telling you, this is where they give Sekiro its due because this is the only thing it's going to win.
I think you're right about that. I think Sekiro has to win this one because it was made for that.
It was announced at the Game Awards. There's no way they don't give it a Game Award. Pat, what are you thinking?
So I feel like they're gonna give this to Death Stranding.
Yeah, they could.
Pat, don't do this.
Also, real quick aside, Pat.
Don't give them the power to pick Death Stranding.
Pat, how does it feel now that you've been in the games industry in this form for a while and you know these games? Because you remember last year you were like, I don't know what that is. And you had to look stuff up.
It feels ridiculous.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Oh. So, Andrew, what did you vote?
I'm voting Sekiro.
Okay. Move on. Art direction. Best art direction. Nominees are Control. Death Stranding. I don't blame you, though. Grease. Sayonara. Gris. Gris. Is that how it's pronounced?
I've not heard of that game.
It's an artsy game. I don't think it's bad, but it's an artsy game. Sayonara Wild Hearts. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. And The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Sayonara Wild Hearts is winning this.
I don't know.
Even as an enthusiast, it hurts so badly. It does to watch these games that should win not. That's why we do our own Game of the Year awards. Yeah, I think it's for sure going to Sayonara Wild Hearts. Well, the other guys think, by the way, if you guys have never seen our Game of the Year awards, we do them every year. Towards the end of the year or the start of the next year, we discuss all of like which games we think should win which categories. We come down to a winner and a runner-up, and we film all those discussions. We record them all. You guys will get to watch them. Last year, it was 15 hours worth of content. We also, just for clarification, the week we do Game of the Year, we don't do a podcast. Just for clarification.
Yeah.
This is we got to give indie some attention because they can't pay category. That's so true and it hurts.
Yeah. So I don't think Sayonara Wild Hearts.
For sure, man. You don't think so? Really?
I think Gris.
I think Gris has a really good chance of winning this too, because they're not winning anywhere else. This is where they give them something. Although I honestly think Control could win this too.
That I keep going back to Control, but the art directions. I mean, it's just a dark shooter game. I mean, there's some weird
Right, but
stuff
they got to
going
give it
on.
something.
What else is it nominated for?
There's a couple more things it's nominated for.
It'll win something.
I think Link's Awakening could actually get like a good one too here, but I think for sure it's going to be Sayonara Wild Hearts.
I think Gris.
Okay, Pat, what you thinking?
You said Chris. So I don't know, man. This one's tough for me because I only know a few of these games. I know Control, Death Stranding, Sekiro, and I didn't play the Zelda remake.
But you've seen it. You've seen what it looks like.
I don't think the Zelda remake will win it.
I think it probably should, but I don't think it.
I don't think that Death Stranding will win it. I don't think that Control will win it either.
I'm imagining a world now. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I'm imagining a world now where Death Stranding only wins Best Art Direction.
For some reason, I want to say Sekiro might win.
Sekiro does have really good art direction.
I think that it's a really beautiful game. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this also. I'm fully understanding that I'm terrible at these every year. So I was like, you know what? If I just throw off the wall answers, this might be my year.
There's so
This
much
year,
fun though.
This year I feel so detached because I didn't care as much this year about the general opinion of games.
Yeah.
Some of these categories
so I
are just
feel so detached on picking these.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, I don't remember how people feel about
Yeah.
games.
So next up is.
I'm just putting the nicknames. That's
Go
not
ahead,
even a
man.
name.
Just shorten them, abridge them.
This is ridiculous.
It's fine.
Who? First of all, okay. When we get there, I'm gonna say what I have to say right now because this is stupid.
Okay.
Somebody's parents weren't thinking.
Audio design, best audio design. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Control,
Yeah.
Death Stranding. Nominated for everything. Prepared for that. Gears 5, RE2 Remake, and Sekiro.
I think it's RE2 Remake or Control.
This is a tough one for me. Pat, what are you thinking?
I think it's gonna be Call of Duty.
I think it should. Go ahead.
Well, they've won this award multiple times.
Yes, they have.
Have they won it at the Game Awards?
They won it last year.
I think it's gonna be another no-brainer. They're just
Remember?
literally gonna be like, "Oh, Call of Duty, yep." Oh,
Remember,
yeah, Call
we
of Duty,
said
yep, oh, yeah.
best audio design last year would be God of War, hands down.
Yeah, went to Call of
And
Duty.
it went to Call of Duty.
I refuse to
Call of
think.
Duty.
I refuse to think it's not Call of Duty again. This is the one where I was like, "Call of Duty's on there? Of course it is."
I'm gonna go
It's
with my
probably
gut
the
on this
same
one.
audio from last year.
I think Control might need to win. But yeah, they need to.
They just used the same MP3 files from last year. It's fine.
I'm gonna go with my gut on this one. I think it's gonna be RE2.
RE2.
I think because of Mr. X, I think it's gonna be RE2.
It's to me. I don't want to say. But to me, it's between RE2 or Control.
Yeah. Plant your flag, man.
I don't want
It's a tough choice, I know.
I want to raise my flag.
Oh, raise it.
Oh,
ahead.
yeah. Raise your flag.
That's the problem, Artaka. By sound design, do they mean sound effects? The OST? Sound design? Like, what is it? Is it the sound of the water crashing on a waterfall? Is it the sound specifically that the guns make? It's a blanket statement.
You know what's worse? They'll be like, "Oh, okay. Well, let's just like let's put a description so it'll help them decide. And all it says is recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design.
Yeah.
That doesn't help.
Nope. Doesn't tell you a thing.
No, it's so stupid.
So, like, what this comes down to is the sound of guns being fired in Call of Duty. I still haven't played Control yet, so I don't know what the sound effects are there. Versus the crunching of boots in Death Stranding. Versus the chainsaw, because that's what they're going to be basing it off of in Gears 5. Mr. X and doors in RE2. And in Sekiro, the deflection sound. I guarantee you that's what they're doing. Andrew,
I'm thinking RE2.
RE2? Okay.
Sorry, I'm now listening to.
Okay. The next category is a fun one. Community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness.
I know what game should win this, but it won't.
What game should win?
So the nominees are, before you say, Apex Legends,
Yeah.
Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Rainbow Six Siege.
What won this last year?
I don't think this was a category last year.
I think FF14 deserves to win this,
I think it absolutely does.
but it won't.
It won't. Do you have any idea how many changes have happened to the jobs already this year? Even just since summer when the expansion dropped, Summoner has had 3 quality of life changes.
I'm still gonna put that as my guess, but I know it won't win, and I'm unfortunately saying that because I feel like they put this game on here just so they could say that they put like a J MMO game on here, and they're not actually gonna give it.
No, this is going to Destiny, and it's going to Destiny because Bungie has on their own now. So it's going to Destiny as a like, hey, you did it, good job. And I'm not saying Bungie doesn't deserve it. They've done some great work too.
It's going to Apex.
You think so?
It's going to Apex.
Oh, right stuff is a problem, King. Sorry. Yeah, I think for sure it's going to Destiny. Pat's going with what I want to win, and Andrew's going with the wild card. So let's see how that turns out.
Fortnite won last year. I feel like Apex will win this year. If Destiny 2 if Destiny 2 Forsaken didn't win last year, Shadowkeep shouldn't win.
Okay. Well, remember it's based on supposedly based on how well they update the game. But next up is content creator. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was gonna say I feel like Battle Royale still the hotness.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think it should win, but I think it'll win.
Yeah. Content creator of the year. For a streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact on the industry in 2019. Last year this was not called content creator of the year. Last year it was called like most important person or something like that, and it was for journalists as well. This year they've just completely cut out journalists, and I don't know why. But the nominees are Courage, Dr. Lupo, Ewok, Grefg, and Shroud. And since Shroud is the only one that I know, I'm going to vote Shroud.
I also think it's going to be Shroud.
Yeah.
Yep. Following that is Esports Coach of the Year. Who was the best coach this year?
We're getting close to the ridiculous name that I almost attempted to type out and realized that it was just a lost cause. We're getting really close, guys. Just wait.
Adrian from Team Liquid, Kane from Team Liquid, Grabs from G2, Keikoma from SK Telecom, Soksha from OG, and Zonic from Astralis. I don't know who any of these people are.
I could not care less.
These points could determine the winner, though. That's the
Can
thing.
we just skip the esports categories?
No, we gotta vote on all of them.
These points could change The entire race here, guys.
I'm gonna vote on. I mean, why are there two coaches from Team Liquid here? Like, come on.
One of them CS:GO, one of them League of Legends.
I mean, I see that, but still, like, come on.
I'm feeling K Coma.
Okay.
That's where my vote's going. I don't know why. I don't have a reason to know why.
Man,
But
put
that's
me
what I'm
down
going
for
for.
Kane from Team Liquid.
There you go.
He looks confident. I'll go with him.
Who you got, Andrew?
Eric Hogue looks like he's gonna shit himself, so I'm gonna pick him.
He does.
Gotcha.
All right. What was the best esports event of this year?
Fortnite World Cup. Fortnite World Cup.
Yeah, that's gonna
The
win.
nominees are the Overwatch League Grand Finals, EVO 2019, Fortnite World Cup, the IEM Katowice, League of Legends World Championship, and the International Dota. You guys both think Fortnite World Cup?
Unfortunately, it's going to be Fortnite World Cup.
I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to say it's EVO.
Oh no. Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to read what it says. Recognizing a singular event across single or multiple days that delivered a best of class experience for participants, in-person fans, and the broadcast audience. I'm gonna say Evo.
I think EVO did it best.
I
I hope they do too.
Part of me thinks Fortnite World Cup, but my heart tells me Evo because that's what should win.
I'm always going to vote EVO. That's my vice. I always have to vote EVO. Esports Game of the Year. CSGO, Dota 2, Fortnite, League of Legends, or Overwatch. It's going to Fortnite.
It's not going to Fortnite.
4.2.0 just came out. It's going to Fortnite.
Yep, it's going to Fortnite.
It's not an esports game.
Yeah, unfortunately it is.
No, it's not.
And then
Am
they're
I-
gonna.
It's not an esports game.
I think that 2K is a better esports game than Fortnite, and it's not even on the list.
If I shit in my hand and try to throw it in a bucket, it'd be a better esports game.
So-
2K has a draft for their teams, and they actually represent NBA teams, which is super cool in my opinion. But
Not only do I think Fortnite will win, I think they will go back to the well and make a fork knife joke again.
Yep.
I think that is absolutely happening.
Yeah, King. Where is Rainbow Six Siege?
So,
Oh no, sorry. We had to put Fortnite on there.
you want to know what is most insulting about the fact that Siege is not on there?
Fuck off and die.
Like,
already.
even if we
Jeez.
don't count that, there's a lot of other games that should have been nominated for esports. There's 6 nominees for both categories. There's only 5 for this one, so they could have just put Siege on there.
Just put me down for Fortnite. Damn it.
Next up
Bunch
is
of fucking morons.
best esports host.
Who cares?
I'm
Who
right-
gives a
right-
Look at
shit?
this
I'm
name.
right there
Try
with
to
you.
pronounce that.
Which one?
I had to try to type that. The first one.
S-Jocks?
No, I'm talking about her whole name.
Oh, no, her handle's S-Jocks. I don't have to say the whole name.
Who gives a shit? Who cares
No,
about the esports host?
It's Ifja.
Who cares? No one cares as much about esports.
So,
I
the worst...
watch competitive esports and I don't even care this much
The
about
worst
this.
part is,
It's so pointless.
they do this every year. That's the part of the show where everybody checks out, too.
Who gives it? And here's the problem. Because you got to get your fucking Doritos commercial.
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
So they're just gonna. Jeff Keith's gonna be like, "Oh, esports host Red Eye. Yeah, he won. Whatever. Who gives a shit?"
Yeah, it's going to be up in the top left corner.
I pick Red Eye.
Okay. Nominees are S-Jocks, Machine, Red Eye, Golden Boy, and Candace. Man,
Look, who'd you pick, Red Eye?
Yeah.
One of them's name is Golden Boy.
yes.
I got a feeling.
Okay. I think because they specifically say irrespective of game or language, I'm gonna vote Candace. I think they're pulling in the big votes there, going for like on an aggregate how much? Because I think if memory serves, she does.
Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna guess
What?
that's the next category.
We have 2 more
Esports, yeah. Yeah.
categories.
If memory
Yeah.
serves, she does StarCraft, she does Dota. So like, yeah, I think best esports player. Booga,
Your favorite category?
Faker, Perks, Simple, and Sinatra. Put me down for Faker. I actually know him.
Didn't he win last year?
Yeah, he did. I don't think he'll win this year, but at least I know him.
I got another feeling.
Okay.
I'm going for Sinatra.
Okay.
You know, because frankly, I like the name Sinatra.
Andrew, who you picking?
I'm yeah, shut the fuck up, man. I've lost all couth. I don't even care about any of the other nominees for any of the other categories at this point because there's so much esports.
I love that they
bullcrap
threw him in the middle,
in a
too.
row.
They're not at the end, they're in the middle.
I picked Perks because he has a jersey on that has a Red Bull logo.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's a
All
good.
right.
Hey,
And
it's a good. It's a good guess.
and he looks like he's coming for the first time in that picture.
The last esports related one, best esports team, Astralis, G2, OG, San Fran Shock, and Team Liquid.
Liquid.
I
Going
feel
Team
like
Liquid?
because Liquid has 2 coaches on the esports.
Yeah,
coach,
that's- I'm
Liquid
right
has-
there with you as well.
Sports.
I'm right there
They're
with you as
different
well.
sports.
It doesn't
It
matter
doesn't
though.
matter.
Like I think I'm going Team Liquid as well.
I mean, I'm picking Team Liquid too, but
Okay. Now we're back into actual video games.
Y'all are catching up with me because we're burning through these. There's so much to type.
Best family game for the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. Luigi's Mansion.
Irrespective of genre.
Yeah.
Hold
All
on,
Nintendo.
hold on. Irrespective of genre or platform. All Switch games.
Yes. All Nintendo Switch games. Luigi's Mansion 3. Ring Fit Adventure. Super Mario Maker 2. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yoshi's Crafted World. If you think this is going to anything other than Ultimate, you're insane.
I feel like I don't think it's the best family game,
I don't think it is either, but I think it's going to win it.
but I think it's gonna win.
So y'all both say
I think Death Stranding is gonna. Oh, King and me are on the same page here.
y'all both say Smash Ultimate.
Uh-huh.
Best
Uh,
kid because you have a baby. Yes, Death Stranding.
I think it's gonna be Luigi's Mansion 3.
I think of these, Ring Fit Adventure should win because it encourages your family members to pass the Joy-Con around. But
What's this called? Games for Impact. Okay.
so following that,
there's
we have.
Games for Impact coming up.
Of course they do. They have that every year. Following
This
that,
game, I was gonna pull the trigger until I played Sayonara Wild Hearts. Now I'm a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Thank God for video games.
next up is best fighting game.
Jump.
Dead or
Force,
Alive
jump,
6.
Force, jump. Force.
Jump Force, Mortal Kombat 11, Samurai Showdown, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually think Jump Force is gonna win.
No.
For the meme.
No,
It-
not for the
it's-
meme. I think it's Bandai Namco paid too much money. That's why it's here in the first place.
What do you think, Pat?
I think I might go to Mortal Kombat 11.
That's what I'm thinking. Mortal Kombat 11.
Okay.
I'm voting Jump Force. And when I'm right,
I hope
I will die.
hope you're right.
When I'm right, I will
hope-
fall over in my
I
chair.
hope you're right.
Because then we have
that's
proof,
gonna be
right?
the worst meme.
Then we
Yeah,
have proof.
That's gonna be the worst meme ever, honestly.
Oh man. Okay.
Because it's trending. It's trending. Like,
Oh, yeah.
well, not anymore. But at one point, it was trending.
It was. It was. Following that up, we have fresh indie game, presented by Subway, recognizing a new independent studio that released its first game in 2019. So, they're giving it to the game for the studio that released their first game. So I don't know if that's going to be the best game or the one that had the best impact or like was the most popular. But your options are ZA-Um for Disco Elysium, Nomada Studio for Gris, Dead Toast Entertainment for My Friend Pedro, Mobius Digital for The Outer Wilds, sorry. Mega Crit for Slay the Spire, or Haunted House for Untitled Goose Game.
You said it's called Haunted House?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. No, I'm sorry, House. My brain read House and was like, that's a dumb name. It must be Haunted House.
I know. I saw that too, and I was like, okay, maybe my screen's just like glitching out because that's a really dumb name. But then I saw it was actually House, and I was like, oh, well, there you go, I guess.
Look, to King's point, if Jump Force wins Game Awards 2019 Fighting Game of the Year, I will do that review still. I will resurrect that review.
Jeez.
Okay, so I think Disco Elysium has been getting a lot of press, really popular. I think it should win. I think it's going to House for Untitled Goose Game.
Okay.
Who do you think should win?
I think Disco Elysium should win, but I think it's going to Untitled Goose Game.
I think Outer Wilds should win, but either of y'all have played Outer Wilds.
No, I have not.
Wait,
I haven't finished it. I need to go back and finish it.
So you're saying Mobius Digital?
Outer Wilds?
No, I'm saying Untitled Goose.
Yeah, because that's what's winning.
Okay.
It was too popular not to.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Nomada Studio.
Okay, Gris, you gonna wedge that bet?
Yeah.
Okay. Following that is Best Game Direction. Yet again, only 5 nominated, even though they've been nominating 6 everywhere else. Again, what does game direction mean, right? Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. The nominees are Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, and Outer Wilds. Death Stranding's winning this.
No, I refuse.
It's winning it because it's so different from all the others. It's different from any other game. That's what they're going to go for.
I feel like Outer Wilds should win.
You're probably right.
Which means it's not going to win. So, Death Stranding.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Control.
Okay, that's still a good bet, though.
Part of me, you know what?
You gonna switch?
I'm saying Control.
Okay.
Because that game is very creative.
All right.
And I haven't played enough of Death Stranding to know how creative it truly is. But
Control's probably more creative. Games for...
It is, hold on. And it is Keeley.
Yep.
He's not deciding, though. More people
but his
will have
friends
played
are.
Death...
Yeah, but
more people will have played Death Stranding than will have played Control.
Right.
So I'm going back to Death Stranding.
Okay.
Sorry, Pat.
It's fine.
It's a race and tap out again.
Don't worry, I'm way ahead of you.
Games for Impact.
Yeah, here we go.
For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. What does that mean?
Who knows? Life is Strange too.
Concrete Genie, Gris, Kind Words, Life is Strange 2, Sea of Solitude. So Andrew's down for Life is Strange 2? I'm gonna go Sea of Solitude.
You said Life is Strange 2, Andrew?
Yeah.
I'm saying Concrete Genie.
Okay. We'll see how that turns out.
You can tell how much we cared about this one by throwing them out right away.
Next, as if fresh indie game wasn't enough, Best Independent Game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional
Katana
publisher
Zero
system.
is not fresh, but it sure is independent.
Well, is it ASCII Soft's first game?
I don't know.
Because that's what
Oh,
their
it's
fresh
their
thing
first
was.
game?
It's their first game.
That's what fresh means.
Yeah.
Subway.
Sponsored by Subway. Yeah. Baba Is You, Disco Elysium, Katana Zero, Outer Wilds, and Untitled Goose Game. Yet again, could have had 6, only nominated 5. I'm really curious as to why.
A lot of these only have 5.
Yeah. When some of them have 6, it feels really weird to me.
Yeah.
You would think they would cap it at 5.
Yeah. Or like only have
Now,
Game
hold
of the
on.
Year have 6,
Hold on,
but a
hold
bunch
on,
of them
hold-
have 6.
The ones that have 6 have
It's trending on them. Some of them.
I was gonna scroll up, but then I realized I had to scroll past all the sports stuff, so I'm not doing that.
I think this is going to go to Disco Elysium. I haven't even played that game, but I only ever hear people talking about it.
I want Katana Zero to win.
Katana Zero is really cool.
But I think,
I hear it's really short too. I'm halfway through. I could probably blitz through it.
yeah, it's really good. Outer Wilds, creative
Okay.
and technical
Oh,
achievement.
this is gonna make Andrew nuts.
What are you thinking, Pat?
What did you say, Andrew?
What's gonna make me nuts?
No, what did you say you picked for independent game?
Outer Wilds.
Oh, okay.
What's gonna make me nuts?
I'm gonna say Katana Zero.
Okay.
This is so stupid.
Best mobile game. Call of Duty Mobile. Grindstone. Sayonara Wild Hearts. Sky, Children of the Light. And What the Golf.
I have played all of these except for Sky, Children of the Light.
Okay.
Grindstone pisses me off.
Okay.
Sayonara Wild Hearts, I don't think will win. I don't think What the Golf will win.
Have a good day at work,
Call of
kid.
Duty Mobile.
Yeah, I feel like it has to be COD Mobile.
I'm voting Sayonara
Which
Wild
Call of
Hearts.
Duty Mobile, to be fair, is a great game.
That's what I've heard. I'm voting Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Okay.
Best multiplayer. Apex Legends, which did not come out this year. Wait, no, it did come out this year. It did.
It did come out again
Yeah.
in February.
Borderlands 3. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Tetris 99. Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
Apex Legends.
I think it has to be Apex Legends.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Call of Duty.
Okay. I want Tetris 99 to win because it's such a weird.
That would be
multiplayer
awesome,
split.
honestly.
Best narrative. A Plague Tale, Innocence, Control, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium, and The Outer Worlds. Can you guys think of any games that didn't make it on that list of nominees for Best Narrative that probably should have been there?
Judgment.
Judgment.
Yeah, Judgment's one. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers. DMC 5. RE2 Remake.
I haven't finished any of these games, so I don't know. It'd be cool if the Outer Worlds wins, but I don't know
I think it's going to Control.
Outstanding storytelling and narrative development. But Death Stranding's sitting right there.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I had to take a break because Courtney just put the next block.
All right. I don't know what he said because all I heard was the barking.
I think he'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
So-
thinking. Go ahead.
We're on narrative right now.
Yes.
I think they're gonna give it to Death Stranding.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like they're gonna give it to that or Control.
Yeah.
A part of me, for some reason, is just saying they're gonna give it to Death Stranding.
Okay.
And Andrew picked Control.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And if he's
Wait,
still
what did you
down then.
pick?
Oh, I said Control.
Sorry. Okay, cool.
No, you're good. If he's not back by the time we finish talking about this one, then we can go ahead and talk about plugs and the schedule for the week and all that fun stuff.
Okay.
Best.
And then just keep going.
Yeah. Best ongoing game. Apex Legends,
This is the one that was gonna make him mad.
Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. I do remember those Kotaku D5 articles. I do.
You see why it was gonna make him mad?
Because
They put Six Siege on this,
Yeah.
even though they didn't put it on. Yeah.
best esports. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know it won't win, but I'm voting with my heart on this one. I'm going to take the lost point and I'm going to vote 14.
I voted on it last year. No, I voted Overwatch last year.
Yeah, you voted Overwatch.
I'm voting FF14 this year as well.
Thank you, Patrick, for voting with my
It
heart.
deserves it. It deserves.
I don't know what he said.
He said, "I'm," and then the dog started barking. And he said, "Never mind."
Real quick, while we wait for Andrew to come back, uploads for this week, usual stuff. You'll be seeing another Hitman episode again. Fire Emblem went up today. Probably be another Super Breakdown, and maybe even another Trace favorites music wise, as well as a couple other first impressions. I have a first impression for Outer Worlds coming up, and then I'm gonna do a first impressions of Control. I'm gonna try and keep the schedule going while working on Crunch. There may be a couple days that get missed here or there, but for the most part, it should still continue. Tomorrow I won't be able to record at all. Tomorrow I have work from 10 until 10, basically. Have to get recording done tomorrow, and Crunch is gonna be on hold tomorrow, but that's all right. I kind of want to do a series where I go back over changing his community. He's in the chat. He's changing his community support bet to Fortnite.
Where did I put that? Community support to Fortnite. Okay.
I kind of want to do a series where I just touch on, like, play for like 20 minutes each of the games that I've beaten this year and talk about where I think they stand when it comes to GOTY chances.
That'll be interesting.
I think that'd be a lot of fun. And then maybe talk about some of the games that I haven't beaten yet as well. But yeah, I don't know why Warframe, like, again, they have a 6th slot here. They could have put Warframe in here. They didn't. So, I don't know about that, but you can wait a little bit longer to go potty, trust me. You want to come say hi? Come here, come say hi. Come on, come say hi to everybody. Come on. Come on, pick your legs up. Pick your legs up. Come say hi to everybody. Come on, say hi. Say hi, Zekerton. Tell the internet hi. Tell the internet hi. He doesn't want to say hi. Sorry, everybody.
He's
really
not feeling it.
I really thought he would say hi, but look, say hi. Say hi to everybody.
Oh my god.
What is it?
I'm fucking done.
Oh, you saw a later category?
Yes, dude. If I could throw something that would break that I didn't care about whether or
don't be
not it
hitting the
broke, I
mic.
would throw it.
Don't be hitting the mic, boyo.
Oh my gosh, dude. Get the.
So I guess what we will do for now is we will move on and we'll get Andrew's answers when he comes back. Unless you have any other thoughts on that, Pat.
No. So plugs. I don't have any plugs. I don't think. Oh, I do have a plug. So one of my favorite YouTubers, Minilad, recently got voted for.
Did you freeze? Pat? Patrick! He's frozen! Quick, Zeke! Help him! You gotta help Pat, Zeke! Oh, now it's just me. Oh! Zeke, you gotta help Pat! You gotta help him! He needs your help, Zeke! We're losing him. Is the stream still up? The stream says it's still up. You guys are still here with me. It's just me and Zeke and you now, everybody. We lost Pat. Well, this is a situation. What do you think about this, Zeke? Huh? So, chat, it's just us now. We're all alone. Oh, Pat can hear us. I think I'm gonna win this year. I think that I've chosen my games well. I think I'm gonna walk away with a win this year. This year, at least. Oh, I heard. Oh!
I don't know why he can't hear or see us.
I can
but
hear you
he
now.
Can't.
I can hear you now.
Can you see us?
Yeah, I can see you now.
All right, wonderful. I heard and saw you the whole time.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what that was.
The chat can hear you now too. Go ahead, Zeke. Go.
Yeah,
Okay,
go on.
so
Go on.
I got a plug.
Go on. You got a plug?
All right.
I got a plug.
Okay. We're still gonna finish the nominees, but
My plug is fuck Michael Vick.
Interesting.
That is all.
okay.
Interesting.
All right then.
Also, did you get my message about changing my community support bet?
Yes.
And I switched that for you. Right
So,
now we're on
best
ongoing game.
What'd y'all pick?
I chose Final Fantasy 14. I voted with my heart.
What'd you pick, Pat?
I picked FF14 as well. I think they'll actually give it to them for this one.
Quick, thaw him out.
Shadowbringers. You know what? If we're going down, we're going down together. I'm picking FF14 as well.
Sweet.
All right. He deserves it too. So hopefully,
I definitely agree with that.
All right. Following that is Best Performance, a category that has 6 nominees for some reason. Ashley Birch. Go ahead.
2 of them are from Death Stranding.
Yes.
So what do you
Yes,
think?
they are.
Yeah.
And neither of them are Jeff Keighley. Go figure. Zeke was too awesome. Had to boot
That would
everybody
be
else.
Amazing.
What? If Jeff Keighley gave himself the award for Best Performance.
He's all like, wow, I'm so shocked that I won this. It means so much to me.
So, the nominees are Ashley Birch as Parvati Holcomb in The Outer Worlds, Courtney Hope as Jesse Faden in Control, Laura Bailey as Kate Diaz in Gears 5. Laura Bailey, by the way, amazing actress. Voice actress, for sure. Mads. Well, yeah, they all are. It's just, I think Laura Bailey does a really good job. I also watch her on Critical Role every week, so good. That might affect my decision. Mads Mikkelsen as Cliff in Death Stranding. Matthew Peretta as Dr. Caspar Darling in Control. Norman Reedus as Sam Porter Bridges in Death Stranding.
I think we know which one's winning this one.
I actually think it's going to go to Mads Mikkelsen.
Courtney Hope.
Okay.
And I'm saying Norman Reedus.
And to be fair, like, of the whole, like, joke about Death Stranding thing, I think Mads Mikkelsen and Norman Reedus both do a very good job. I have not yet played Gears 5. Band's also a critter. Nice. Have not yet played Gears 5, so I haven't heard Laura Bailey in there, but I know, how good she is. Ashley
Ash-
Birch is a great voice actress.
Ashley Birch is Pavardi, huh? Dude, she killed because Pavardi is amazing.
I don't doubt it. Ashley Birch is a great voice actress. I don't think I've ever heard Courtney Hope that I know of by name, but
Dude, her performance so far in Control is phenomenal.
I don't doubt it. And Matthew Peretta has been really good. If memory serves, he was the what is the space orb in Portal 2? I think that was him. I don't know that for sure. I think I remember that name, but so very cool. Best RPG. Disco Elysium, Final Fantasy XIV, Kingdom Hearts 3, The Outer Worlds. Those are all the RPGs on this list.
Those are all the ones that came out this year.
Apparently. Also, Monster Hunter World Iceborne's nominated. Again, really strange to see it here because it's not an RPG. Remember, Monster Hunter World won Best RPG last year, despite not being an RPG.
What do y'all think?
I think they're going to give it to Kingdom Hearts 3.
No way. I hope not.
It doesn't deserve it, but I think they're going to give it to Kingdom Hearts 3.
What do you think, Pat?
Oh, I can finally stop typing as much. I don't know. I want to say that they're gonna do the right thing and also give it to FF14, but I mean, the FF14 didn't come out this year. Iceborne itself came out this year, but
Yeah.
the game, like Monster Hunter World, didn't come out this year. So I don't think it's fair to even put them on the list. I feel like it should either be Disco Elysium, Kingdom Hearts 3, or The Outer Worlds, simply because they're full games that came out this year and not expansions
or many of the actual RPGs that also came out this year that completely got snubbed for this.
I don't know. I'm gonna say The Outer Worlds. I don't know if it's gonna win or not. I'm just gonna say.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, Fire Emblem. Guess you don't count as an RPG. Best score and music for outstanding music inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack. I think it's stupid that this ties in licensed soundtrack use.
Yeah, I do too.
I think best use of licensed music should be its own thing. Because Death Stranding's going to win.
No.
When it should be Cadence of Hyrule or Sayonara Wild Hearts. Either one of those two should win. But it's going to be Death Stranding. Because of the use. They specifically talk about and or licensed soundtrack. It's going to be Death Stranding.
Yeah. Don't they already get a Grammy? Just saying. Ben said giving an award for other people's music is kind of weird.
Yep.
That's why I said, don't they already get Grammys? Like, why are we awarding artists in a gaming?
Yep.
Yeah,
and don't get me wrong, Low Roar, the people who do the licensed music in Death Stranding, did a great job. But I guarantee you they win this just because those moments happen. Where like you're doing a big story moment and you're walking and everything's going right and that music starts playing. They're absolutely winning. When it 100% should go to Cadence of Hyrule or Sayonara Wild Hearts.
What do you think, Pat?
I'm gonna say Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'm gonna say Cadence of Hyrule.
Cadence of Hyrule should win this, hands down, because Cadence of Hyrule has all of the original Cadence songs in there, and has remixes of a ton of Zelda songs in there that don't just sound like a remix Zelda song. They sound like actual, like, new tracks.
Yeah. This is what made me upset.
Sports/racing game.
It.
For the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Dirt Rally 2.0. eFootball Pro Evolution Soccer 2020. F1 2019. And FIFA 20. Again, only 5. Could have had a 6th.
I still think that sports games and the racing games category should be separate because they're the dynamics of the two games.
Oh,
are
I
so
agree,
different.
but they can't do that because then they wouldn't have a racing game award to give. Now, no racing game would be able to win, is why they do that, because they don't have a category just for. I agree.
Well, yeah,
it's dumb.
let's include Crash Team Racing. That's freaking stupid, in my opinion. I'm sorry. It's
The worst part is,
it's a remake of a game.
it could win.
It could win. You know, it's a great
That's what I'm
sports
voting
game.
for.
You know, it's a really good sports game. It'll be the show 19. Yeah, but screw that. No, don't put that game in there.
Again,
You know, it's
could have had one more nominee.
you're voting for Crash.
I'm voting for Crash, baby.
I'm voting
PES.
for FIFA.
You're voting for what? FIFA?
FIFA.
What are you voting for?
PES.
I hope it wins. That game is so much fun.
All the PES games are good.
Yeah.
All of them.
We have 2 categories left. We're almost done.
Let's hurry. Let's hurry this up. I got dinner here. Come on.
Best strategy game. Age of
NO
Wonders,
1800 next.
Planetfall, Anno 1800, Fire Emblem 3 Houses finally gets nominated for something, when it probably should have been nominated for Best Soundtrack as well. Total War 3 Kingdoms, Tropico 6, and Wargroove. This is where Fire Emblem wins. This is they put it here so it could win this award.
Yeah, it wins.
I agree. I will say I'm really glad Wargroove was on this list.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I personally do think it's a really good game.
I think if they hadn't included SRPGs and just done strategy games, that would have made sense. Then Total War probably would have won. But and then finally, best VR/AR game.
This is stupid.
Asgard's Wrath, Blood and Truth, Beat Saber, No Man's Sky, and Trover Saves the Universe. Beat Saber wins this hands down.
Beat Saber didn't come out this year.
Nope, doesn't matter. Still wins.
I'm gonna say I think Beat Saber wins, but Asgard's Wrath has been getting rave reviews, but it's not. Blood and Truth is a lot of fun.
That's what I've heard.
What do you think, Pat?
I think they're gonna give it to No Man's Sky for no reason.
I think they're gonna give it to Beat Saber for no reason. I think Asgard's Wrath is probably the one that should win. Thing I've heard.
Yeah.
Beat Saber's a lot of fun. Don't get me
It
wrong,
is, absolutely.
But
All right. We have voted. You guys need to vote as well. And we'll find out December the 12th. You better believe we're going to be live reacting to it. I don't know how many of us will be able to be here. It depends on work schedules. But plan is to be here. And we'll react to it and see how it goes. And get our second most disliked video of all time. Not to be confused with the first Game Awards reaction that we did.
it was the most disliked video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. People were
yeah.
really mad that we didn't like that award show. But that's okay, because we don't like that award show, so...
And we probably won't like this one as well.
I highly doubt that we'll like it. It would be great if they proved us wrong, but I highly doubt that they will. Until next time, though, because we've already done plugs, I have been Trey.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Patrick.
Remember to have a great Thanksgiving. I hope everybody has a really good time with their families. And until next time, remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that life has to offer.
You missed a chance to say enjoy the full spectrum of things earlier.
Not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving.
Well, then they don't get to enjoy the full spectrum.